Hi, this is Ron Jeremy. You're listening to Porno Sonic.
Yeah, this is Wolfman Mike. Thank you, Ron Jeremy. And tonight, I'm not sure if he's a porn star, but he's pretty cool. From Florida, we got Bubba Joe Von Xombi. Bubba Joe Von Xombi. He's in the house. It's gonna be a crazy show, all right, everybody. How's it going, guys?
Good.
Great.
Yeah, we're a bit late. Well, it's not that bad. Half hour. We started at 11:30. That's pretty good, actually. It could have been worse, man.
Yeah.
Damn technical problems. But we got over them. We got through it. We survived.
Did you forget to push the button?
No, there's... I don't know. No, I had a problem with my radio DJ, so I just grabbed an old soundboard and brought that out, and for some reason I couldn't get the certain sounds. The music. I couldn't get my music working. But we don't need it. I got a soundboard, some music on it and stuff, so I'll just use that for tonight, and then I'll figure it out later, because it's a big problem. I tried for a half an hour, I think, and I still couldn't figure it out.
Fred doesn't work in the castle. I tried to use
Oh, no, he won't. No. But it doesn't matter too much, man.
I can fix that if you want.
Actually, yeah, that'd be cool for tonight. You guys could play the music that way from there.
Yeah,
that'd be
let me
awesome.
give it permission.
If we want to, yeah, that'd be a great idea. Because, yeah, we got so many other
Don't go
options.
too
I
crazy.
thought, well, I'm not going to mess around with it anymore, because we have other options and we can still go live without having to have that radio DJ.
Sure. It can access now.
Beautiful. So, Bubba Joe Von Xombi, is that how I say it?
That's how you say it.
All right. So you're from Florida, and you're a comedian / horror fanatic Satanist?
The best way to describe it, I'm not a Satanist as you think. I'm part of the Satanic Temple. That's
I have nothing against.
They're based out of Salem, Massachusetts. They have nothing to do with the devil, as you know. It's just, it's pretty much all atheists.
Yeah, basically what you're doing is making fun of religion with the Satanist shit, right?
Right. It's always used as,
That's what I
mockery of
thought,
it.
because it's kind of like the band Ghost. I don't know if you like Ghost. I love Ghost. Man.
Right, yeah, I do. Yeah,
They got the same kind of humor, right? So it's people think they're Satanists, but they're actually just making fun of the Pope.
right. The papacy, yeah, they make fun of the whole entire thing. Yeah, but I was raised Roman Catholic. I went to CCD, which is a Christian school, and all that good stuff.
How come all us Catholic boys turn out dark Gothic people like Wolfman Mike from Monster Castle?
It's just because it's boring.
I don't know. I just didn't like being chased around, being an altar boy by the fucking.
Oh yeah. Wait, I got chased by the nuns with rulers.
I got my brother and I. They tried to fucking do stuff to us, man. I saved my brother. I pretty much chained us to a pole in the basement, a big iron pole, and they were gonna make us go away with this priest for a weekend, and we're like, no, we're not going with him. He likes our bums.
We're going a weekend getaway.
Yeah, Father wanted to have a couple. He used to make us sit in the snow, so he could have a couple cold ones before he goes to bed. I'm kidding.
You get into necrophilia. That's a totally different ball game.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's kind of a true story. That part of it is true. But what about you?
Well, what about me?
Did they try to chain you up? To a pole in the basement, or?
No, I wasn't that lucky. No, I nothing. No, nothing like that happened to me. I used to get abused by the nuns, beat the crap out of.
Oh, yeah,
But,
I had.
That's pretty much it.
I never had gotten beat up by the. Actually, I was friends with the one nun. She liked me because I was the only one nice enough to talk to her. Everybody else made her cry and played tricks on her, put tacks on her seat, and draw penises and then pull the map down on the chalkboard over that. She pulls it up and just gets penis in her face.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she loved us.
I put shaving cream.
Oh, you put.
But yeah.
Nasty.
Chad, like I've been involved with a paranormal since 1983, 1984. So I've been investigating. I had my own team. I've been mentored by people that you know from Ghost Hunters.
From where? Pardon me.
Ghost Hunters.
Ghost Hunters.
Oh,
okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. On Sci-Fi. But yeah, you know the movie Conjuring, correct?
Yes. Ed.
Right.
Ed.
And Lorraine Warren.
Yep. The Warrens.
The Warrens. Yep.
Yeah.
Lorraine Warren was my mentor.
Wow. Amazing. So I'm friends with. I got a friend in the same circle. That would be Mr. Haunted.
Oh, okay.
He took he worked with Father Malachi Martin, and he did
Martin
with the, he did actual recordings of the exorcisms that they were doing.
Right. That's totally insane. That's
and he's
awesome.
got all kinds of weird pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
I want to try to get him on my show too. I'm trying to get him on my show, but I'll have to try a little harder.
He's pretty much low key now.
Yeah.
He's not
Is he still doing his show?
Not that I know of. I haven't seen him around.
I think I was.
No.
2015. I think I was on his show as a guest.
Oh well.
Yeah, I
haven't been on the show. I haven't been in the show in a long time now. Jesus. But,
so what's you said you were always plagued with paranormal throughout your childhood?
Yeah.
How did
always.
How did it start? What was the first
thing? The originally started. I was 4 or 5 years old. I was thrown on my bed. I had bruises on me. I used to have night terrors. I used to have visions of hell and brimstone and all that good shit. And I couldn't really talk to anybody. I tried to talk to a priest about it. Just told me to say Our Father and Hail Marys and that and they'll go away. I never did.
No, they didn't.
Very demonic episodes. Throughout entire teens.
They didn't go and put salt around your house or do any of the.
No.
No. Wow, they did that for us.
No.
Actually, no, they didn't.
Well,
you know what?
They do that. They put holy water inside the house, but that's only if they really need to.
But that's all fake.
Special. They need permission from. They need permission by the.
Yeah, that's right.
The bishop.
That's right, and they couldn't get the permission for our house either. But they did tell us how to do it and gave us salt and told us what to do. Right,
exactly.
And my mother and
I. So they can tell it.
Yeah, I think it's really just a person doing it. It's not the stuff that you use.
Right, exactly. And I did deliverances myself. I've done multiple homes, busing of the homes inside a note. If you go on YouTube and search for Beaks, I'm on that with another demonologist, James Anito.
I can't believe that you were you knew her personally, Lorraine.
Yeah.
Wow.
And her son-in-law, Tony Sparrow. The original people that had first called to the Conjuring home in Harrisville was the Johnson. There's Keith and Carl Johnson, the twins, and they're demonologists. They were trained by Ed and Lorraine Warren, and they mentored me. So, and they were the original members of TAPS, Ghost Hunters.
Oh, that's right.
They were in the first. They were in the first 3 seasons of it. First 2 seasons.
Well,
Then they had their own shows. Like they've been on shows like Finding Bigfoot. They've been on like The Haunted, Paranormal Witness, lots of shows. Even I think Ancient Aliens as well. But yeah, I've been doing this for a long time, and actually I haven't done it. Took a break from it since 2015. I have my own paranormal group called Nightbreed Paranormal. And do you know Clive Barker at all? Are you a fan?
Clive, yes.
He's my group was actually endorsed by Clive Barker.
He's the filmmaker, right? What was that movie?
The author and filmmaker.
Yeah, what was the
Hellraiser?
Hellraiser, that's right.
Hellraiser.
And a few other ones
There's
too, right?
Nightbreed is another one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good
The Month
stuff.
of Madness. A lot of good
The
stuff.
Undying. Yep.
The Undying. Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Darren, you
Book
had
of
some
Blood.
questions. I think Darren's gonna go right to your childhood here.
Yep.
I was
Pick
a
my
Catholic
brain.
too, Bubba.
So I'm sorry.
So you do. This is Darren, by the way.
Hey,
So
Darren.
you do all these ghost things, but you're an atheist.
I'm not I'm really atheist, but I do have an open mind. You know, I'm more spiritually in tune. Let's say that. So I'm like, and I pull like a balance between both. You know, it's hard to describe.
When
Good.
you were a kid and you were having those visions,
Yep.
I had some visions like that when I was a kid. What were they like specifically? Could you tell us? Do you remember?
Smells, vision. Actually, to feel. I was attacked by like hellhounds. So I actually feel a breath on my face.
Oh my gosh! How old were you?
See, between the ages of 4 and 12.
And you're seeing hellhounds, and you had never
yeah.
seen them before.
No.
I've heard of
I
this.
don't know. I don't know what. I know what a dead body smells like now. But back then I had the same smell. So I actually smell. I smell.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What
I smell brimstone, sulfur, rotting flesh, the whole 9 yards. But that's it could be just subconscious. You know, I was so how can I say it? Because I was so in tune with Roman Catholics, and my family was really strict Catholics. So I
Mine
was
too.
praying every day, rosaries, rosary beads. Not necessarily reading the Bible, but it's more of reciting the rosary over and over again.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, right, exactly. And do you know what the Mystery of Fatima is?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Our Lady of Fatima?
The Mystery of Fatima, yes.
Yeah. Of course.
My grandma was there when that happened.
Did she dry out? Did she see the miracle of the sun?
Yeah. Well, she vaguely remembers it because she was very young. She was like she's 3 or 4 years old. But she was.
What did she say about it?
It was so hot. It was raining, pouring, and all she knows it was really hot, and her mother, my great grandmother, holding her tightly in blankets and stuff. But it got really, really hot, all of a sudden.
Yeah.
It's pretty much all that she can remember.
How many?
What's that?
Wasn't there like almost 100,000 people in that field?
Yeah, at that time it was like 10,000.
Oh, just
Now,
10,000.
yeah, 10,000. But now, when they have every year they have a special viewing of Fatima and all that. There's hundreds of thousands of people that go. Even the Pope goes there. You know, so it's like it's a major deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
But,
Do you follow all the Marian apparitions or just that one?
Well, I primarily that one. The Guadalupe, Lady of Guadalupe, Padre Pio, Saint Bernadette. You know, all the major ones. All of the stigmatas. And do you know there was a case of stigmata?
Of course.
Here in the United States. It was in Rhode Island.
Oh no, I don't know about that one. I know.
Yeah, it's
one
in
in
Rhode
South
Island.
America.
Yeah, her name is Rose. Little Rose. Her nickname was, and she's the only stigmata case in the United States. There's no others.
Have you ever seen her or met her or anything?
No, I have not met her. I've seen the pictures and all that. And she buried in it's called Precious Blood Cemetery, and that's in Rhode Island. It's like between Rhode Island and Massachusetts. But I did a lot of cases there, overnight stays with my team. But yeah, she had a whole thorn bleeding around the crown of her head, her hands, and her feet, and a side. So she had all the stigmata signs.
Yeah, I've seen video of that lady from South America that gets it every Good Friday.
Yep, every Good Friday.
Yeah. God.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how fast they heal up. I mean,
Yep.
They've had 20 years of recording her when it happens. You know.
Yeah, I know. It's bizarre how it happens.
It is bizarre.
And
it really is.
And the church verifies it all the time too. They go there just to check it out.
How about Medjugorje? Have you checked that out?
The what?
Medjugorje?
Medjugorje? No, what's that?
Yeah, it's a Marian apparition that started in the 80s about Croatia. That church is on top of the mountain and never got hit.
Yes.
Every bomb that was bomb that. Yeah.
I remember that.
There's still one of the kids still gets readings every year, and she's like an adult now.
Wow.
And you can find you can get on YouTube and you can see her getting her message. It's really crazy because she can barely walk to the top of this mountain. She's shaky, and then as soon as she gets into ecstasy.
If I remember correctly, that story was actually first on That's Incredible in the 80s.
Yes.
That was originally on That's Incredible, and then it aired. I think it was In Search Of with Leonard Nimoy. After that,
they said the war was coming. The war was coming, and sure enough, it sure did.
It sure did. Same thing with the Lady of Fatima. Same thing. Yeah,
in Rwanda.
That one too. Yes.
Oh my God.
Horrible. Yeah.
Like a year before, she showed up in Rwanda and said it's going to be a horrible war. And it's funny because my parents are like really Catholic, and they said, this is supposed to happen in Rwanda. I'm like, yeah, whatever. And then like a year later, I'm watching the news, and there's all these dead bodies in Rwanda floating down the river, and I'm like, whoa, that's weird.
Yeah, it's a lot of carnage.
Oh,
it's like, it's crazy. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Major genocide. It's crazy.
500,000 people dead.
Yeah, I know.
Ugh.
Man. But yeah, no.
This hellhound. Let's get back to the hellhound. Was it like a shadow creature with red eyes, or what?
All right. Best way to picture it Do you remember the movie Resident Evil? Oh, you remember the game Resident Evil?
I do.
I do, yes. Yes, yes.
Those dogs. That's what the dogs look like.
Uh-huh.
They look like the rotten flesh, torn apart, eyes red.
Okay, how do you know they weren't just like mangy coyotes or something like that?
Well, they were in hell, so I think they're the hellhounds. I didn't think of coyotes. These are visions I had.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't more like it wasn't
These are visions that. No, not
No,
a
you
real
said-
event. No.
When he was a
A
kid, he
real-
used to have dreams of these
Yeah. Yeah.
before he even knew what anything evil
Right.
was.
Right.
Well, in some cultures, dreams are they think more real than reality, or vice
Right.
versa. And some people have experienced this, where their dreams actually, dark entities from their dreams can actually manifest themselves in
Right.
on this
It's
side.
true.
Yeah,
It's true.
I actually
when I
had,
was-
I actually had it happen to me. Did this big fireball thing that used to chase me in my dreams, and make me nauseous. Well, one time it actually manifested itself and went right through the fucking house.
Oh man. Wow.
My mother saw it, and I saw it, and it went right through the walls. But it did the same thing. Like
Damn.
it didn't have no
Wow.
heat coming off it, but it was flame. And it was a big
Right.
6 foot round, big flaming ball.
Wow.
Floated right through our house and woke us up. 'Cause-
It's
yeah, I
Didn't
don't know.
it stink too?
Yeah, actually, it was a smell. I think there was a
yeah,
smell.
it smell of sulfur.
It
like a
smelled
sulfur
It
smell.
was nauseating. After it went through the house, I actually
Okay.
threw up. Every time I
Wow.
had the dream, it made me nauseous and I threw up. And after it went through the house, it's the same thing. I was nauseous and I threw up.
Wow.
All right, real quick, just got to interject here. Somebody thinks this is a recording.
Nope.
Oh, really?
Not a recording.
To Big Phone.
We are live.
No, we're live. This is why would somebody think it's a recording? Where is that in?
I don't know.
Is that in the,
It's just too good to be live.
well, we're
It's
live.
good
We're
to be
live
alive.
on YouTube. I'm streaming on Monster Castle Interactive Radio.
Yeah, it sounds good too. I went there. It sounds okay.
I didn't mean to interrupt, but since I have your what's this about Clive Barker, right? Like, yeah, Hellraiser. That dude is an amazing author. Have you ever read the Books of Blood?
Yep, I have a whole collection. I'm a major fan of Clive Barker.
Oh, me too. Yeah,
I met him the first time last year,
okay.
and I actually talked to him for a good hour, just talking back and forth, and talked about my paranormal team and all that. He loved it. And he wanted to hear everything that I had to talk about. And he did.
Hell yeah.
Such a nice guy.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
the thing is, he's wheelchair bound now. He had operation, so he couldn't walk around anymore. So he's on a wheelchair. He's on it for like a good year before he gets better.
Oh,
but yeah,
really?
I mean,
I didn't know
yeah,
that.
yeah, he had a surgery in his legs. And
I hope he's writing more sick ass fucking fiction.
oh, he's writing the Arabat series. He's doing that, and he's planning on I don't know if I think he was trying to do another Hellraiser book besides the Scarlet Gospels. He was
Right.
going to I think he's going to make it a volume. But I know he's drawing. His artwork is phenomenal, and he's selling that all the time on his site, the Clive Barker art site. It's crazy good stuff.
Hell yeah! I just wanted to bring him back up here because kind of felt like he was glossed over as only being the guy that created Hellraiser.
No, he's not
That's
crazy.
true.
That's because he's so well known for it. He directed it,
Right.
you know. But so much fun things he's done, art wise, creative wise, you know, books, poems, art, you know. It's just they have his own podcast, the Clive Barker podcast. He does. I think he does it every once a week.
Oh yeah, hey, I'm reminded here. I'm gonna jump out, but Midnight Express on Ryzen.
Hey,
Check us out.
thanks for speaking out, Ducky. You're welcome here anytime, man. So, okay, I'm gonna go back to this Hellhound dream. Okay, and then after that, and okay, what became out of that dream?
Well, more dreams. It's like it was a continuation. It was like a movie playing in my head.
I think we should make movies just like Clyde Barker, because if he's doing if he's doing podcasts, then we're gonna have to do movies too. Because I don't think movie makers should not be allowed to do podcasts. You should leave that for the little people.
Yeah, leave Hollywood. All they do is want to do remakes. He's telling me those remakes or revisions. Oh man,
I'd actually really like to get into some animation. I've been once I get better equipment, I want to get a computer.
Can I ask a question, Wolfman?
Oh, go ahead.
This is Debbie.
Yep. Go ahead, Debbie.
I see that you're from Taunton, Massachusetts. Does the fact that is a very well-known haunted area of the,
yes,
of the country have anything
the Bridgewater Triangle? Yes.
to do with what's happened to you? Do you think?
Oh yeah, because Taunton is like right square in the middle of the triangle, the Bridgewater Triangle.
It's one of the most sought after places for paranormal investigators.
Yes.
They actually won't let them in the city limits if you're a paranormal investigator.
Well, you can. There's no law against it to do anything. You can do a lot of things there. You just have to have permission. That's all. You have to go to City Hall or the historical society, get permission, and you're good to go. If you don't, there's repercussions for that. People try to get into the Townsend State Hospital and Pauline Deborah State School.
Have you stayed at any of the haunted houses? There's supposedly an amazing number of haunted houses there.
In Taunton, Massachusetts? In Taunton? Well, there's a few areas. Well, like I mentioned, the asylums. There was the Pauline Deborah State School and Taunton State Hospital. Those are the two of the most biggest parts that had paranormal, because Pauline Deborah usually have underground caverns, part of their fallout shelter. Also, the crematorium is underneath the state school, and also in the Townsend State Hospital, they tore it down finally.
Wait a minute. Wait. You've actually been in the Taunton State the lunatic hospital that was built in 1854. Get out of here. Why would you do that? Oh my God.
Because I'm an investigator. Of course I'm going to do it. If I had the permission of it, I went and I did some recordings, EVPs, saw like
Lizzie Borden. Lizzie Borden was there, right?
No.
Lizzie Borden was accused of murdering.
She was accused, right? But she's acquitted.
No, but she spent time behind the walls of Taunton.
No, they did. She went to Taunton court, but she never stayed. She stayed like overnight. But she was released afterwards. Yeah, she was held like overnight with her sister.
Can you tell us about what happened? Can you tell us about what happened to you there, or anything like that, please?
In the Townsend State Hospital. Hospital. Well, I had EVPs, like I said. There's groaning, moaning. There was apparition of a dark mist. It kind of looked like a nun. I didn't take any photos, of course, unfortunately. But yeah, it was dangerous because it was half part of it was burnt down because of arson. So there's some areas you couldn't get into. But the area that had the most activity was actually the payroll building that's adjacent to the asylum. Inside that directory had the most paranormal experiences. He had there was visions of women going up and down the stairs.
Do you ever study the nurse?
Voice.
The nurse that killed all those people, Jane Topin? She's killed like 30-something patients in there.
No, she didn't die. She didn't kill anyone in there. She was stayed in there. That was her asylum until she died. But she didn't do nothing there. No, she didn't kill. Yeah, she didn't kill anyone there. That was her home after she got caught.
Where did she kill the people?
I want to believe it was in Fall River or New Bedford. I can't remember off the top of my head.
That's right.
And then
He's right. It says right here that the insane asylum housed some of the history's worst killer. Among them was Jane Topin. Jane was a nurse at Cambridge Hospital, and during her
Boston.
time, she killed 31 people. Wow.
Yep. Yeah. And some unaccounted for, too. Not just the 31. There was some unaccounted for. So it's just, it's a long history.
Did she put them out of their misery, or what? Or why did she kill them?
She did, like, Kevorkian-wise, yes.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
He passed my test. He passed my test. I was just going to see if. Wow, good for you. Okay. Wow.
Yeah,
cool.
Thank you. I know welcome.
Good job, Debbie.
You ever been to Fall River? I keep wanting to ask him all this stuff. Have you ever been to Fall River?
I stayed
it's okay.
Well,
that's why
I live in Taunton. Taunton's only down the road from Fall River, so I went to Fall River all the time. I lived in Fall River for a while, so yeah.
Stop it! Oh my God, I love this guy, Wolfman. Where'd you get this guy at?
Actually, Apocalypse got this guy.
Really?
You can
cool.
thank him,
Amazing.
man. Well, I had a guest that canceled, so we last minute thing.
This stuff gets my blood boiling. I love EVPs and ghosts and all that. You know that, Wolfman.
Oh yeah, tomorrow I'm actually going on a real ghost hunt with a professional team with all the equipment.
Who?
The Ontario Paranormal Investigators. I'm up in Ontario.
Say it one more time.
Ontario Paranormal.
Ontario, Canada?
Yeah, Ontario, Canada. Yeah, Ontario Paranormal Investigators. Right. Simple name, just like that, but with Don. And his group.
Murder.
And there's a place in London, and there's kids that are seeing. I think it's in the back of an old building or something, and the kids are all seeing these shadow creatures running around in there, and it's constant. Scaring the shit out of the kids in the neighborhood. Adults have seen it too. It's numerous reports. So many reports that it needs to be looked at. So I'm going.
Oh wow. That's nice.
Bringing a video camera and whatever else I can get, some evidence. I don't think I'll be able to do anything live, but I'll try to catch anything I can.
There you go.
And then present it that night. Hopefully tomorrow night I'll be able to present some stuff. If I could.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty groovy, man. I've done my own investigations, but I don't have all the equipment that these guys have, but I guess
I had a K2, I had a notebook, I had a recorder, it's pretty much the essentials there. I had also a camcorder, but you really can't carry a lot of stuff into a place. I see teams going with cameras and the whole 9 yards, security cameras. They have a whole base. They try to they copy from taps, everybody does that. It's like overboard. And if you have the money out of pocket to use, you have money burning in your pocket, go ahead. You really don't need it. If you know what you're doing, you don't need all that stuff. Seriously.
No, Don and I have the same, like the guy that leads the investigations there, him and I have the same approach. We usually just do the intuitive thing. I don't usually take anything with me. And I I just have a knack for catching things on film. So.
Yep. Yeah, I'm like that too. And it's very intuitive. Sometimes I can see them. I can see them actually go by me. I freaked out people like that. I try not to talk about it, but I hate scaring people about it. But Like have someone part of the team, you got someone over his head, and I'm like, oh, walk away that way because he doesn't want you to be there. What do you mean? There's someone next to you. He doesn't want you there. You move over. But yeah, it's I've done a lot of investigations.
So
I think
yeah,
I've
I
done over
guess.
3,000. I think I've done like over 3,000 investigations.
And some of them you went
Over
with
3,000.
Yeah,
Yes,
3,000. I'm not over exaggerating.
and you went with the Warrens.
No, I've never went to with the Warrens. No.
No.
But you know,
I went. Go ahead.
you knew her, right?
Of course, yeah. Her and Ed, yes, and her son-in-law. Of course, also John Zaffis, his nephew.
When did you meet them?
I
The
first time,
70s?
the first time. No. Actually, it's a funny story. In the 80s, I saw a video on TV with talking about what I was doing. I didn't know nothing about them. And I tried to reach out to them. I never got any correspondence back to me. So many years went by, I tried to get pen pals, getting addresses, trying to send them messages and stuff. But never, to no avail. I got nothing from them until in 2000. Yeah, in the year 2000. I used to work as a haunt actor, working at a theme park in Massachusetts called Spooky World. It's now in New Hampshire now. But they were there as guests. And I started talking to Ed when I had actually some time off. I went to talk to Ed and Lorraine and talked about everything that's going on, the Bridgewater Triangle, the whole 9 yards. And they looked at me like, well, you know a lot of things. I'm like, oh, this is what I've been doing since I was a kid. Unfortunately, I couldn't talk to them long enough because we had a long line of people back then.
Bubba,
you know.
Bubba, can you hear me? It's me, Debbie, again. Bubba.
Hi, Debbie.
You fashion yourself a haunter. Can you tell me what a haunter is?
Oh, sorry. Haunter is a scare actor. If you ever seen, you go into a haunted house on Halloween, you have people that scare you. That was me.
Okay.
That's
You're
what a
also
scare actor haunter is. Yeah.
A ventriloquist. Do you believe that dolls can be haunted, possessed?
Yeah. What about Annabelle?
Well,
Exactly.
okay. So
Took off my dolls out of the house. I took them all out.
I don't know if you went through my pictures in Twitter, but there's pictures of me and Annabelle. I'm standing next to her. And when I was standing next to her, my friend of mine is taking a picture of me. I can hear her talk to me, telling me to get me out of here.
No.
Oh, yeah. And I'm like, okay. So I told Tony, I told the priest, because at that time, the priest used to live there all the time to bless the home. And he had his own bedroom and all 9 yards. Long story short, she does that periodically to people to actually entice them to open the case. I don't want to go into a lot of BS about Zach Baggins and his experience with Annabelle, because that's
I don't know anything about that.
No, here and there. Yeah, he filmed it. He tried to get through the case to get Annabelle without permission. You know, and it's dangerous to let her out of her cage.
No.
The case.
You went to the actual cage in the case.
Oh yeah, I did not go inside the case. I was in where the museum is. She's encased in a cage.
What's it look like? Is it like the movie?
Yes, exactly like the movie. Yeah, there's a tarot card on top. Says a double on it. There's
Okay, we got another question.
writings. Good.
Tell me about Miskatonic University.
That was my talk show. Actually, I had that on Blog Talk Radio.
Nice.
You still can find some stuff. You can find it under Miskatonic, Miskatonic Mysteries. You can also find it at Nightbreed Paranormal on Blog Talk Radio. It's still there. All my stuff and the people.
I know all about you. This is crazy.
All the guests. all the
Oh my
guests,
God!
man.
This guy may be the real deal, Mr. Midnight maybe. Wolfman. This guy may
I
be the
heard
real
that.
deal here.
I heard that.
So I'm just
Yeah,
used
I
to
had
that.
no
Shut
idea.
up. Now I want
I
to.
thought I
Now the
was.
Watley
This
House.
is great.
I have so
You
many
know,
questions to ask.
have
you?
you ever watched Paranormal State?
Of course I have.
Father
Yeah.
Bob Bailey, I worked with him in a couple of cases.
I believe anything you tell me. Now the Waitley House, the Waitley House.
Oh, the Whaley
It's-
House, yes.
It's said to be haunted by 13 ghosts.
Yes.
Have you ever been? Have you ever had anything to do with that? It's on the. It's where.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sure you know
no,
what I'm
sorry.
going to say. But go ahead.
Yeah,
No, I wanna know.
I don't think I'm sorry. Unfortunately, I never went to. I never went there. That's one place I never went to. I have friends of mine with their team that have tours all the time there. They're out of Connecticut. No, Rhode Island. Sorry.
God, you're from a fucked up part of the United States.
Oh yeah.
God.
Oh yeah.
No, I mean it is scary. It is really a spooky part of the country.
We got you had Harrisville, Rhode Island with the Conjuring House. That really happened. I don't care what
Yes, I
anybody
know.
says.
Mr.
That
Midnight
really
Movie made
happened.
me watch that stupid movie one time, and it scared me to death. It scared Mr. Midnight Movie to death.
There's a lot of it was fictional. I'll let you know. She was never like some of the girls never got thrown across the room. Nothing that extreme. That was just imaginary. But the trauma they've gone through was real, and because of Lorraine Warren, and from Keith and Carla Johnson, with their help, and with Nesper, which is their at the time, what was it called? There was another team too. There was like 2 teams involved that helped them out.
Let me ask you this. A lot of people are scared of ghosts and haunting and paranormal things because they're afraid of the attachment. They're afraid that have you ever had any experience with attachment?
Oh yes, I have. Many times.
I have to hear this. Go.
Please tell us the best story.
Yes. Go slow. Go slow.
I will go slow.
We want specifics.
Okay, I can give you a couple of them.
Wow. Okay, go.
The story that I was telling you about earlier about Little Rose, the one with the stigmata case. That place was called the Precious Blood Cemetery. Well, after that case, we're leaving, going home, and we felt there was a presence in our caravan, and I'm like, "What is that? I know there's something here." And my wife was saying the same thing, and my friend Paul was saying the same thing. He was a co-founder with my group. So we dropped Paul off. We go home, and nothing came of it. The next day, my wife went to her car to go to work, and there was a shadow person behind her inside the car in the caravan. Freaked her out, and I went inside the car, and I could sense it. It was just distraught. It got caught, and he couldn't escape. See, he was distraught and excited. So I did was I saged the truck. Well, I should say truck, caravan. So I saged it. I put salt on it. I prayed over it, and lo and behold, he left. It was a male presence.
Excellent. Do you believe that? Tell me what you believe a ghost is. I want to hear your definition of a ghost. What is a ghost?
Ghost. All right. So if you're talking about apparition, are you talking about spirit form? There's all different kinds what a ghost could be. That's just a general term.
Well, what is a ghost? In your view, what is a ghost?
It's obviously it's an energy that we have left behind after we pass on, and it's traumatic for them to actually leave, and they stay. They have some unfinished business.
Go. Do you?
That's
what I was looking for. Do you believe? And this is what I believe. I get Wolfman. I go nuts with this freaking stuff. I go nuts with it. I'm sorry. I want to ask you a question. When people back in the day that lived on the East Coast, up in the northern, the original colonies, they left their bodies so quickly because of the violent deaths that occurred. Like that they just, boom, before they knew they were dead, they were like, what the fuck? They were just like there in the spirit form. Do you believe that those are the people that are caught in between dimensions? Ghosts, so to speak.
Well, see, it's like a fine line. Like, think of Gettysburg, okay? Gettysburg, all that is tremendously populated by spirit. You'll see soldiers passing by. There's so many paranormal experiences there. It's tainted because of so many deaths. And so they're pretty much stuck. How can I explain it in layman's terms? It's like you're stuck in a time continuum. Their spirit just keeps on record. It's like a record player. They keep on doing over and over again the same thing over and over again, and they're stuck in this loop, and they can't escape it because it's so attached to that area. It's like possessed dolls, possessed objects. It's the same thing. It's the energy that's left behind.
Oh my God, I love this fucking guy. This guy gives the right answers to everything. That's exactly what I would say. Because if I believe that when the energy leaves the body, you have a certain time to go to the light.
Right.
And if you refuse the light for whatever reason, then you're kind of stuck.
Well, it depends, because if it's a traumatic event and you don't know what happened, and obviously you're going to lose it because you don't know, like someone dying in a car accident. They don't know
Kobe Bryant.
What's that?
Or Kobe.
Bryant.
He might have had a couple of seconds, though. I'm talking about somebody. I believe what he's talking about is what I'm talking about. When all of a sudden you just get shot from the back, it's like boom.
Right.
You don't even know what hit you.
Right. And you don't know what's going on. And there's a light, you can go to it, but you feel like you want to finish what you thought you're going to live the rest of your life, but you don't. And you're just stuck here. But until you got released. And there's times that the thing is about that is when you go to the next level, when you ascend, there's no time, there's no space, it's just existence. So you're going through time differently than everybody else. It's like it's going through light speed, like a time warp, and it's hard to explain. But yet it's all it's like string. The string theory. You're stuck in one area, then it loops. It comes back to it, and it goes back, and it goes forward and back. What a great analogy. What we are is we're going through the same time. There's no today, there's no tomorrow, there's no future. It's linear. We're sharing the same day over and over and over and over again. Do you understand? That's like one of the theories.
Yes, that is exactly. I mean, you are answering every question. I cannot trip you up on anything. I mean, it's amazing.
Go,
absolutely.
Debbie, go.
Thank you.
I mean, seriously. There have been films processed, made, produced by people that are in the paranormal genre that have nailed this. Like, for example, the movie Ghost.
Yes.
That is it. There was 27 paranormal investigators and an expert on the Tibetan Book of the Dead that were on the scene of that making of that film, and they say that the movie Ghost, starring Patrick Swayze, is exactly what it's like to die. You actually go either to the second dimension that you're going to go to, or you're stuck, and he got stuck.
Right, exactly.
Amazing.
Well, you mentioned the Tibetan Book of the Dead. What the thing is about that is just some of it is a lie. There's some truth to it, and a lot of it is a lie. If you ever heard of course you know what a Necronomicon is.
Yes, I do.
All right, the Necronomicon is supposed to be based on the Tibetan Book of the Dead. Well, what that is actually fictional stories by H.P. Lovecraft.
Seriously?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Yes. That's actually for an RPG supplement for a game called Call of Cthulhu.
My God.
And that was a supplement for that game. But they took it as the next level, as it's the Book of the Dead. They took it for face value. There's nothing in there.
The Book of the Dead took 2,000 years to create, but I know what you're talking about.
But there is you talk about the lesser and greater keys of Solomon. Those are the real thing. That's the real deal.
I love this guy.
That's the real deal.
Oh my God.
That's the deal. That's the real deal. To that Book of the Dead, there's if you look for it, you won't find it. But there is the Devil's Bible was written by a crazy monk. It's like a bunch of nonsense. It's legit. He made this huge ass book. You can look for it. It's called the Devil's Bible, and this crazy monk wrote it because he said he was being possessed. He's being possessed by the devil.
You believe that there are psychotropic drugs that can take you to another dimension?
Oh yeah, peyote. I've had peyote.
That's it. I'm sold. Fuck it. I'm done. I mean, that's crazy. Wow. What about DMT? What do you know about DMT?
DMT? What is that? No, I don't know what DMT is.
But shut up. You don't know about DMT? Are you serious?
No. What is that?
DMT is supposedly a drug that you smoke, and it actually it makes you simulate dying. I mean, because our body naturally gives us DMT when we die.
Wow. At the moment see, the closest thing I've had was peyote. Peyote,
right, which is basically the same thing, sort of. It's almost the same. That's crazy.
Right.
Okay. I don't believe that.
Can I chime in with some synchronicity real quick?
Okay. Yes, Ducky.
Go ahead, sir.
Okay, so earlier, I believe Wolfman Mike was going under the name of Igor.
Oh, that's my alternate personality when I have to electrocute people.
Every October I go to a convention called the Necronomicon.
Yes, I've heard of it.
Wow.
I've heard of it.
And on the weekends there's a party called the Igor party.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Have you been there?
Yep.
Wolfman actually hosts that.
No, it is Igor, not the Wolfman. It is Igor.
Go back
Like
into your cave. Go back into your cave.
Hello, Mrs. Debbie. Hi.
Igor.
Down, boy.
Go away.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I've been Team Igor from day one. I've been to this convention many years, and I'm always Team Igor. So a little bit of synchronicity.
That is a synchronicity.
Necronomicon. Yeah,
that's cool. That's cool.
It's in Tampa if anybody wants to go.
No, I did. I haven't had a chance to get down there yet. I just moved to Tampa in 2017. So I've been like Spooky Empire. I've been to the Florida Comic Con, the Tampa Bay Comic Con, but I haven't got to the Necronomicon in Tampa. I didn't know they had one in Tampa.
Oh, well, I'll see you there, man. Yeah, it's in October.
It's October. Okay.
Yep. It'll be.
I'll look it up. Yeah, I'll look it up on Facebook.
All right. I'll see
I
you
try
there.
to go to. Yeah, I try to go to I go to Spooky Empire. But yeah.
Is Spooky Empire like a combination of Comic-Con and like a UFO convention or something?
It's a horror convention.
Is it like
it's just horror movies?
So it's like any movie or any? Is it like any reality stuff or is it like Comic-Con where it's just play?
All right, so it's guests that appeared in horror movies. Like you can meet Robert Englund, Kane Hodder, as Brad Dourif, who played Chucky, the voice of Chucky, that kind of thing.
Okay.
But yeah, vendors. That's how I met Clive Barker last year. Was Spooky Empire. So yeah, I met George Romero. I've met John Landis. I've met a lot of famous people. Roddy Piper was a great guy. I met him a few times. Yeah.
I got the trip. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never met him, but
yeah, he was a trip. Too bad he passed away too early.
Yeah, he grew up in Portland.
Yeah, Portland, Oregon. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he lived in Saskatchewan. Then he moved down to Oregon, and he lived there with his wife and kids.
He knew he wasn't going to live long.
Yeah. When he got the cancer scare, he thought he was going to be gone right there and then. But he survived it for a few more years.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he had a good life. He really did.
He was my favorite wrestler.
Yeah, mine too. Mine too.
Wow, we got something in common.
Yep. Him. My favorite wrestlers were Andre Giant. Of course, Andre Giant. I loved Sergeant Slaughter. Of course, Roddy Piper. Haystacks Calhoun. There was a lot of old wrestlers I loved and personally met. So yeah, they're great. Like I also wrestled independently back in the 90s.
No kidding.
So, yeah.
Oh,
I
wow.
went to I went to Kowalski's in Malden, Massachusetts. I was trained by Kowalski.
Did you know Buddy Rose by chance?
But it's all fake.
Buddy Rose? No.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I have not met him. No.
Oh, he lived next door to my cousin. So we have the biggest wrestling fan in this chat right now.
That's awesome.
Nick.
Oh, hey, Nick.
Nick, who's your favorite wrestler? He might not be able to say. He's got cerebral palsy.
Crusader Robinson. The Sheik. The Sheik.
Iron Sheik is awesome.
Sheik is great.
I saw the Sheik with my grandfather and all the fake blood and everything.
There, I think he likes the Undertaker.
Undertaker, yeah.
I'm not so sure it was actually fake blood because back then, man, it was pretty freaking. It looked pretty real, man. The Sheik grabbed the hammer that they knocked the bell with, and he starts beating the other guy, and he's bloody all over his face. Like it sure looked real when I was a kid.
A lot of mistakes happened. A lot of shoots. A lot of stuff that people get pissed off at each other because they don't know how to hold back a punch. So they would up them, you know. That's how, Mankind lost his ear in one of his matches. Got caught. Him and also Big Van Vader. Same idea. There was an altercation with Andre the Giant and fucking what's his name? Oh my God, hold on. Shit. The Big Boss Man. They had an altercation when he was like Red Taylor. When they had an altercation, also hit him by accident, almost dislocating his jaw.
Blah 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 blah. The Undertaker. Shut up, the Undertaker.
CM Punk.
So the Undertaker heard
the monster. He's a monster.
Nick likes CM Punk.
Really?
Yes, I don't know who that is personally. I haven't been into wrestling since the 80s. I liked Buddy Rose, I liked Roddy Piper, and I liked Dutch Savage.
Dutch Savage. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah.
I spent the entire summer drinking beer every day for 3 months with John Tullis, the Golden Greek. I don't know if you know who that is, but he was like a
that
guy
sounds familiar. That sounds fucking familiar. Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Oh my God, that guy was awesome. That sounds familiar. He told me all the secrets and everything about professional wrestling. We just sat out by the pool for like 3 straight months, and he died about 10 years ago.
Well, guys,
man. Wow.
I think you might want to take a little break right now. We've been going a whole hour.
I'm good.
Oh, we usually take a
break.
We usually take a 5-minute break. If anybody needs to go, if you don't need to go, there's lots of people here that can continue.
I got my bucket, and I'm good.
Okay, we'll just keep on going.
Let's keep going.
Groovy, man. And so okay, I want to ask more about how you got into it when you were younger, and the weirdest experience that happened to you that you can remember when you were a kid.
Possessed doll.
Whoa! Oh wow!
It was a Teddy Ruxpin. If you remember the Teddy Ruxpin, it moves its eyes, tells a story and all that.
Oh my God! That's scary
this.
just thinking about that, man.
No. Let me get into it first. You're already scared of it as is. Now, wait a minute. This bear had no batteries. The wires were pulled out of it, and it walked.
What?
They aren't supposed to walk, are they?
No.
That's not a standard feature.
It stood up, walked 3 steps, fell flat on its face, and growled.
Oh my God!
And there was no standard feature like that. So, mind you, I was only 15 years old when this happened. So, 16. So I tore the shit apart. I tore it apart. I was reading the Bible over it, the Alpha, Hail Mary, the whole 9 yards. Because I was green to it, you know? But yeah, a friend of mine told me that he had problems with this bear, Ted Ruxpin. I'm like, come on, get out of here. And I didn't believe him. I went there anyway as a skeptic, you know? But then when I actually saw it at night, middle of freaking night, coming up and goes, and fall in front of you. Changed my life. Definitely did.
Oh my God.
So,
would have seen how far Teddy Buxkin could be kicked is what I would have done. I would have scared me. Oh my God.
I didn't have a chance. I just tore it apart right then and there.
Yeah, but it didn't stop it though. By tearing it apart, I bet you that didn't do nothing.
It did. It did. It stopped right then and there.
Okay.
Yeah, right then and there. While I was praying over it, I was praying over it too. So that was the main thing. I took it outside, buried it. That was it. That was the end of it. So, yeah. There's that story.
Tell me, it would.
You ever worked with a Ouija board?
No. Yeah. Well, yes and no. Ouija boards are an iffy thing. They're primarily used as a tool. As you know, witch boards, there's a certain thing you need to do to open a Ouija board. A lot of people don't know how to close one. So what happens is residual portal stays open, and no one closes.
Supposed to close it?
There's actually a ritual of what you say to close it.
Oh my! I didn't know that.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wolfman, don't you have a Ouija board story where you burned it and it showed back up?
Yeah, that was a childhood thing. Yeah, we were messing around, and the first rock band I was in, I was 16 years old, and the guitarist had this Ouija board, and that did some really weird, scary things. And my brother got possessed actually for a while he was playing the bass. Like, he was totally out of control. His eyes rolled back into his head. He was jerking around demonically. I don't know. It wasn't him. He wasn't playing the bass. It started playing really weird shit. His hands were going crazy on that thing. He wasn't playing it. Something possessed him and took over the bass. And yeah, and then we burned this Ouija board and this tarot deck, and the tarot deck would not burn. And the Ouija board burned up, but ended up back in his closet the next week.
That's messed up. You sure you didn't have another one? You sure you didn't have? You sure you didn't have
That's
another
messed
one?
up.
No, there was no other
He
Ouija
must
board.
have-
No, he only had one
must have
Ouija
had
board.
another.
It had like pen writing, scribble on the top of the cover. It was the same fucking one that we burned.
Yeah,
Now
Ouija
that's
boards are
insane.
known to do this. They do regenerate.
Yeah, I never
Ouija
heard that one
boards?
before. Never heard of that one. That's a new one to me. The regenerate board. Holy crap!
Ouija board regeneration is the new
All
one?
right, that's a new one to me. I never heard that before.
It's common knowledge. No,
I had one. I had one.
Just for
I
us.
don't common knowledge. For you, maybe.
Yeah.
I
That's
didn't
really
set it on fire, but it was in all the right pieces were in the right places the next day.
Well,
So I'm
Really?
pretty sure it reconstituted.
Ew.
that's weird.
It sounds like a little research we could do about this. Maybe we're not the only ones.
Never know. I haven't heard nothing like that.
Well, I gotta say, you're fantastic, sir. I love having you on. This is a great surprise guest here for us.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
We love you, Bubba.
No, thank you.
I want to keep you in the castle forever and ever.
You could.
Yeah.
Chain you up in the dungeon when we're not using you. Is that okay?
That's fine with me.
We'll just pull you out. If the guest doesn't show up, we'll pull Bubba out. Nick, you okay there?
I think he's chained up too tightly.
Yes.
Where'd Debbie go?
Yeah, we don't.
JP.
She's gone.
Where'd she go?
What's
Debbie, you're
up?
not allowed to leave.
No.
She's here.
She went on a pee break.
Yeah.
I went on a pee break.
Went to go make ribs.
Ice cream
I had a smoke.
and pickles.
I had a smoke.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh,
time.
she's with child.
No, I'm kidding.
Debbie?
Who knows?
Debbie's with.
Who knows?
Debbie's 23.
Yeah.
She's
She's
with child.
23. Okay.
No. Just want her to come back.
Oh, she was good questions, man. I loved her questions.
God, yeah.
Yeah, great questions.
But yeah,
Very
I was
good
going,
questions.
okay. So with this, okay, what were we talking about? Ouija board, and then
Before that, professional wrestling, and before that, ghosts.
yeah,
So
and then yeah. Have you ever seen
that-
shadow? Okay, what do you think of these shadow people and the hat guy? And
Okay, so yeah, that. All right, so that type of thing, I've
Here's,
seen
like,
myself.
somebody's, here's shadow people are they don't exist. The
it was
black-eyed
made up on
children-
Art Bell.
Yeah, no, the black-eyed children they exist, but
ooh,
Well,
okay,
shadow people do exist, and I know black-eyed children do exist also.
well, people shouldn't go around punching kids in the eyes, and there wouldn't be so many black-eyed children. Like, why do people do that?
right. It's
Bunch.
like,
Yeah,
how
if they're
come every
black, if those
child
kids
has
have
these-
black eyes, they must be bad boys.
It's like all I could picture is like children, the village of the damned. The kids come with the white hair and the eyes are glossed over. That's all I can picture. But yeah, shadow people. There's all different kinds. The hat one is the most common. There's the other one with a trench coat. There's others with long fingernails like Nosferatu. There's alien-looking ones. There's just mist form. Balls of black energy also. Because all you see in your peripheral vision, then you look at it straight ahead, it's gone.
Yeah, you're stuck remembering.
Yep.
Black-eyed children. Wait, what are you talking about? I've seen the black-eyed children. I have not seen these.
You actually seen the black-eyed children?
Shadow.
Where?
Yeah, they knock on my door. Yeah.
Oh my God! You're one of those people that they knocked on their door.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's a story right there, man. Tell us about it.
Oh, I was like watching the cameras, before I even opened the door. I was like, well, this is weird. Why are there 7 children outside of my front door?
Damn.
So I opened it. And I don't really remember exactly what happened, but I'm pretty sure I knew enough. Like I've listened to enough Art Bell where I just kind of closed the door.
What time of day was it?
I think it was probably at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah,
makes sense.
Just past the bottom of the hour, west of the Rockies. You're on the air.
We had a question from the Discord chat from Willie. Bubba.
Okay. What's the
Do
question?
you know anything about the exorcisms of Latoya Amons?
Latoya Amons?
Yeah, some 9-year-old boy walked backwards up the wall and the police are... Okay.
No, I've never heard that one. I know the original story of The Exorcist was a boy in St. Louis. And it wasn't a woman, it wasn't a girl, but it was a boy.
Yeah, I heard
He's still alive. He's still alive. But no one knows. Yep. He's still alive. He's much older. No, he's changed his name, the whole nine yards, so you can't find him. And you try to look for him, you won't find him.
Wouldn't that be cool if we could meet him?
Right? Definitely would. He still has, as far as I know, he still has the scars from that, it riding on him. So they never went away.
So that part was true.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's a documentary by the Booth brothers, Christopher St. Booth and Philip Booth, the twins. They do a lot of documentaries, and also the filmmakers. But they have a lot of documentaries, and that's one of them they do with the boy from St. Louis.
I wonder if after he passes away, if anybody that knew him would write a book or anything about him.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Kind of reminds me of Sid Barrett. He just disappeared. Nobody knew anything about him. You'd see him, but it's like nobody knows anything about him since he left Pink Floyd.
Right.
And nobody's written a book. It's just
Are you
all
kidding?
silent.
He's a recluse. Yeah, just appeared out of nowhere.
He went. He lost his sanity. His mother had to look after him and change his diapers, man. After that,
diapers. Yeah, right.
But after that, though, he was riding his bike and stuff. People would see him. Yeah, so the whole thing is crazy. I'm wondering.
Oh, he also showed up in the studio. He showed up in the studio for "Wish You Were Here."
I was in 70. Yeah, I was in 74. But they took pictures of him 4 years ago, and he's out riding his bike.
Right.
It's crazy.
I've seen that. I've seen that. Yeah.
I would love to know, what happened to him in between. And it reminds me of that guy from The Exorcist.
I'll try to get Sid Barrett on our show. Life? How's that? I'll try to get Sid Barrett on our show. I'm not kidding. I will try.
That'd be cool.
I'll see what happens. I have nothing to lose.
Away.
Yeah, he passed away. Oh, that was what? A couple of years ago, I think. Yeah.
Yes, he died.
I forgot he died.
Oh, did he really?
Well,
yeah, I forgot he died.
He did die.
He was my hero.
Oh,
man.
he died. I didn't know he died. Oh, I didn't know he died. Holy crap.
Yeah, nobody ever talked to him.
Wow.
Yep, he died 3 or 4 years ago. It was sad.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so who do we have to talk to before they die?
I don't know. We better pick somebody.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get Mr. White to come in here.
Yeah, let's get Mr. White.
So, you okay, Nick? All right. You want to talk about wrestling, don't you?
Nick, are you scared? Oh, you can hold my hand. Okay, go in the dungeon with Igor.
I'm not scared.
He'll give you some of those eyeball cookies.
It's pronounced
Nick, is this a good show? Come on. Yeah? Where's JP? I don't know either.
I'm right here.
Come on, you have to join. Do you have any questions?
No, I'm biding my time. I'm going to be a second half starter tonight. I feel it coming on. No, there's a lot of stuff to go on.
Wow.
I like the whole Rhode Island thing. Seems to be a whole lot of amazing podcasters in Rhode Island. Are you familiar with any of the other people that are online? The presence of the people that are doing stuff in Rhode Island.
As of right now, I know only a few people that are doing the podcasts. I know Keith and I know James Anito and Carl Johnson are doing a duo demonologist. They're doing lectures and stuff, and they're also doing a lot of podcasts.
Nice.
James Anito was part of my team, my group. We were demonologists together. Carl Johnson, he's teamed up with. He was my mentor. I still is a mentor. But they're doing stuff. Keith Johnson is also doing stuff with his wife Sandra on podcasts also, and I think they do like a live feed. I just can't remember. I know Tony Sparrow, which is the son-in-law of Lorraine Warren. I know he's going to try to do stuff too soon. I believe at the end of the month. Can't think who else is doing something. I know Rise Up Paranormal. They are part of TAPS. I don't know if they're still doing stuff. I know they're doing the Whitley House that Debbie was talking about earlier. They're the ones that do the tours and stuff. There's also the Slater Mill in Rhode Island. It's also run by Carl Johnson and Keith Johnson. I think they were doing stuff there too. But that's all I know right now.
Nice.
Are these shows like TAPS still on?
There is not TAPS, but it's a different show. But with the same people. With Grant and Jason. I think Steve Gonzalez is not on it. But other people that was part of it, like Bruce Tango and his father, they're on it. I can't remember what the name of it is.
I met some guy at my hotel where I work who worked for, I think, Nat Geo or something. They had some ghost show, and he was the cameraman. And he said he didn't believe in any of it before he did it. But he goes, this shit is real. He goes, it's real. I couldn't believe it. He was so adamant about it. It's really cool.
You'd be amazed how many people are skeptical that become like believers after they experience something.
It was pretty cool talking to him.
It's pretty cool. Yeah. Great stuff.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, when you see things like right in front of you, like what do like you can't anymore say, oh, well, that's just this. You know what? My dad can. He can see something happen right in front of him and say, oh, that's nothing. That was nothing. It's just, was just a comet. Must have been a comet.
Right.
He'll say something like he just won't accept that it's anything other than it has to be rational. Something rational, and that's it. And there's got to be a reason for it, so don't worry about it.
If it doesn't fit into your belief system, you just can't accept it.
Right.
How come Catholics and I don't mean just Catholics, but people that are religious people, like Bible thumper sort of people, how come they don't even believe in ghosts? Isn't that a little bit hypocritical?
Because they're told not to.
It's in the Bible. There's there's this there's of course the Holy Spirit. But the thing is that ghosts shouldn't be. There shouldn't be any ghosts. They should all go to heaven, or go to hell. There's no in between. No, there's no purgatory. There's no.
Don't you believe in? So you don't believe in reincarnation? That people don't come back?
Do I believe that?
Yeah,
I do. I do believe that. I do believe that.
Yeah,
I do believe that. As long as this doesn't happen to everybody, but it's like a few that does happen.
I think we have a choice at some point, right?
I think so.
Maybe when we die, or maybe when we're born, we have a choice.
Right.
For
right.
what we want to do next.
Everybody has everybody gets like past life regression. They recall everything that they experienced in other lives, and there's no way it blows my mind with that stuff because I've seen people go through that, and it's just crazy. It's just insane. I know there was a child, if I remember correctly, there was a child that kept on thinking about the Titanic, and he was supposedly one of the crew members that passed away on the Titanic. He was on some show or something talking about it, but he was hypnotized, went under, and talked about everything that he experienced as the crew member, and he drowned in one of the bottom levels of the Titanic, and he recalled it it word for word. It's just crazy.
All the details about the boat and everything else.
Exactly. Yeah.
We're friends with somebody on here that believed he died on the Titanic too. That's kind of strange.
Really? Oh, good. Wow.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Kurt Green.
Kurt Green's not here yet. Maybe I'll try to call him, see if he'll talk about it.
Well,
that'd be cool. We could get him in here.
Actually, Kurt would be perfect. I forgot to tweet this show out too. I don't know if anybody else did because it doesn't automatically tweet it when I go when I use Spreaker. It automatically tweets it everywhere. But this one,
right?
Yeah. I'm gonna tweet it out right now.
You tweet it. You tweet this shit.
I'm gonna be a fucking tweeter.
Don't be a twat. Tweet it.
Yeah, we should have our own. We should do another thing, our own site. Call it Twatter instead of
Twatter,
and make it more more sex related.
Right.
You could probably make $1 billion doing that. Are there other?
Thank you. Everybody join Twatter.
Yes.
Kings, do you have any questions? This is the Kings of Talk. He's famous.
Famous.
Do you have any You are. Do you have any questions for our guest, Bubba?
Come on, Kings, ask a good question, and make sure you're fully clothed.
Oh.
Yes. Put your clothes back on.
Oh
Clothing is always optional.
He likes to be naked a lot.
But your clothes.
Clothing is optional.
Yeah, I'm naked.
Okay. You're lucky. Tonight's your lucky night. Clothing optional. What's your
Clothing is
question,
though? Well, I remember whenever I was a little kid, I lived in Arizona, but not for very long. But there is certain places that I went to, and I felt like a deja vu feeling. Do you believe that also could be a type of being reborn as well, having a deja vu?
Yeah.
Like past life.
It's a deja vu.
I had a deja vu moment.
Great question.
Have you got a Vujo day?
I do have a deja vu.
Vujo day is this something that never happened before. But deja vu is like, remember I talked about the string theory? That thing has a loop. So when that happens, it's a glitch in the system, and we go back briefly and we recall it. It's like it's no glitch in the system of us going through our time on Earth. So it's just a glitch in the system.
Right.
And it's just memories of that you saw a little bit of future.
Yeah,
you knew it was going to happen that way.
Oh man, I get this happen all the time. You know what, JP? This happened to me about you. When you posted that picture of the handkerchief with blood on it and in the shape of a heart.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that before. Like when you put that was a huge deja vu. Like
that's right.
And I was thinking, well, I already saw that. You showed it to me, and then you're like, no, I didn't.
I posted it, and you said you posted that yesterday, right? And I said, no, I was going to, I never did. That's what's the weird part. I was going to, I didn't do it, and so that freaked me out a little bit.
That freaked me, and it still freaks me out because I still swear that I saw that the day before. I swear I saw that the day before, unless I dreamed it or somebody else showed me another napkin like that one time with a heart blood in it. Maybe somebody else showed me something like that before. I'm trying to piece.
You guys heard? Have you heard my precog story?
No.
Anybody here already? Show
Tell
hands.
us. Oh no! Tell us, Ducky.
Oh my god, dude! I woke up one morning, second floor apartment building. Pretty nice place. Went downstairs. I took a shower. Fucking brushed my teeth. Went downstairs to work. Walked up on my car, dude. Opened the door up. Got in. Fucking dashboard was like bent up at a 90-degree angle. My head unit's gone. I look at the back seat. They fucking ripped up my back seats and stole my speakers and my amp.
It's okay.
Where did the
You'll be okay.
come in?
Can you hear me?
What
Yeah, we hear you. Finish this off. Is he crying? Yeah.
Is my mic on? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
We hear you.
Yes.
All right,
I thought he was stroking out.
I thought he was starting to cry about his stereo system.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Get this straight. You wake up, you combed your head, right? You dragged a comb across your head. You went downstairs and you had a smoke. You went out to your car, and it was
Didn't even smoke. Just went out, just get ready to go. I was just like going to work. Go ahead, yeah.
So you go out there, but now, did you already have this thought? Did this already happen to you in your mind?
No, not yet.
We haven't got there yet. Okay, go ahead.
So yeah, like I said, I get in the car and fucking dashboard's all fucking fucked up. Like somebody just like ripped that shit right the hell out of there. Took my head unit. I look at the back seat. They fucking destroyed my back seat. Getting to the 212s and the amp that I had back there. So I freaked the fuck out, and then I wake up. I'm not fucking kidding, dude. I wake up and I'm like, oh, that was a fucking fucked up dream.
Oh no. And you went out to your car.
No. I take a shower, brush my teeth, put on my work clothes for the day, just like I do every morning. I walk downstairs, and my car has been broken into. And
like
the dash, exactly like it. Like the dashboard's all fucking.
Let me guess, a bunch of Hare Krishnas. Was it a bunch of Hare Krishnas?
It was
I
not.
don't know what that means.
Okay. Never mind.
So, anyways, it was just like your dream.
Exactly. So then I still had to go to work, right? I mean, I'm still going to work. So I tell my boss what's going on through the CB radio and shit. I'm like, yeah, somebody just stole everything out of my car, blah, blah, blah. he calls me later on that day at around like 1 in the afternoon, right? And I'm like, "What, Barry?" His name was Barry. So I was like, "What, Barry?" Like I was so pissed off all day. I was like $3,000 of the stereo equipment just got stolen in my car. He calls me up and he's like, well, I got good news. The police found all of your stuff. And I was like, Barry, don't fuck with me right now. I'm not in the mood. And he was like, no, they did. They found it. It turns out, this is the weirdest part of the story. Turns out the kids that stole all my stereo equipment also stole my neighbor's, like, I think it was a 76 fucking Camaro or some shit, dude. Some classic car he was like rebuilding. It was all pimped out. They just threw all my shit into that car and then try to ride out to like some other place in Florida.
Jeez.
So the bottom line was, yeah, I ended up, this guy fucking tells me, Barry, my boss, he tells me the police have recovered, my equipment, which is great, except all the CDs are gone. I think the cops took those. They were like, like what?
So you got it all back in there?
I got everything back except for my CDs.
I actually have a story that's similar to that. It's weird. I was in college and I was watching TV, and all of a sudden I started thinking about my car. It's like, this is weird. And it was just like Art Bell. Art Bell had a very similar story. It was bizarre. I was just thinking about my car, which is right out front, and I kept thinking, I need to check on my car. And I was like, God, why am I thinking about my car? So finally I got frustrated, and I went to the front window, and I flipped open the drapes, and I saw a car pulling behind mine, having trouble getting like parallel parked. And then he sped off in the back right, just took out my entire car. And I watched it. Isn't that weird? And
that's weird.
I ran out the door, and I went to my car, and I was like looking for the car. Then a bike rider was there, and he said, I saw which car did this. And I go, I know, I saw the car, but I didn't. He goes, I actually got his license plate. I wrote it down, called the cops, ended up finding the people. They ended up paying for it. But I watched the whole thing. It was so weird. I couldn't wrap my mind around it. It's like, why would this be important, in any way? But I was tapped into it. It was strange. Anyways, that's my little car story. It's a true story, too.
Cool, man. Yeah,
that's cool. That is cool.
Sharing true stories. Who's next?
Well, we're at the top of the hour, everyone.
Break time?
Well,
saved by the bell.
Be a good idea to take a break now, I would say.
Sure.
All right, everybody probably has to, like smoke things and do stuff.
Sounds
you never
good.
know what we got.
You gonna play a song?
Behind the scenes. We'll be right back, folks.
I think I know. I think I'm gonna field Willie's question next when we come back.
I already did.
You already have your information? Motherfucker.
No. I asked about the other thing.
Oh no, this one's a simulation question.
Okay. Nick needs to say something.
The Lady Esmond said, I watch Ghost Adventures. I am not scared. Wolfman Mike.
Oh, yes, you will be. Just wait to meet Igor.
Good job, Nick. All right, let's take a break.
Squish producer said Nick loves Bubba.
Corn and I don't care.
I'm gonna hit you real bad.
Please. No, mister, don't you eat all of the patient's brain. Save me some of the eyeballs, and at least save me the eyeballs, master. All right, life is great. So, yeah, man, you thought you were the only freaks, dark, strange. Nope, you're wrong. There's lots of us. Yeah, there's lots of us. I can't believe how many there is, man. When I look at Twitter and that, I keep finding new, big, huge groups of either paranormal types or these gothic musician types. They're pretty much all paranormal people too.
Mm-hmm.
I used to play bass myself.
Did you ever get possessed?
And sing. No, not all playing.
Hell yeah. I like to get possessed every day and twice on Sundays.
As a matter of fact, I love a slight possession every day. Actually, I've talked to people that they'll tell me that everybody is possessed slightly in some way. That not many people are.
Oh yeah, all right.
That one guy that was on my show.
The rhythm, dude.
Yeah, Charles Beaver, Michael Beaver. He was saying that everybody has an entity attached to them. But it could be a good entity, like a guardian angel type thing, Or it could be a bad one.
Oh, yeah. Nah, it's like rhythm and beats. That's a good one.
Oh, Willie's here. So
I'm back.
You are back.
Guess who's back? Back again.
Darren's back.
Yes, I'm back. Yes, I'm back.
Yes, I'm
I'm
back.
innocent, and there's nothing that you can say.
Bubba, so tell us some of your first-hand ghost stories that you've seen. You told us one, but you said you had many.
What's that? I can't hear you.
Can't hear me?
Some of, yeah. Can you hear him now? Can you hear me now?
All right. Can you
I
guys
can hear you
me?
fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay.
What was
Any other good ghost stories?
You want stories of my childhood or my investigations?
when you're investigating, yeah.
Oh, investigating. Okay, so, where should I start? Well, I talked about the Teddy Ruxpin. I had a old woman that was possessed by someone. Just a long story.
Okay, we have time.
Okay. All right. So, I don't know if you're aware. I am Portuguese. I was born in a very strict Roman Catholic house. So, yeah, right. So you know what strict Roman Catholic was.
Yes.
So I was dating this girl, and her grandma was like probably 92, 93 years old, and she had these fits of rage. This woman was probably 5'4", 90 pounds, soaking wet, and she was able to push me around. I'm 300 pounds. And she pushed me around. I'm like, what? She's going berserk. I'm like asking my girlfriend at the time, like, what's wrong with her? Because she has these seizures, kind of seizures. We don't know what happens. She starts talking like weird, a dark voice, a different voice. And with research, found out that she's supposedly possessed by this woman who tried to steal my girlfriend's grandmother's boyfriend or her husband. And I guess she was jealous of my girlfriend's grandmother, that she put a curse on her. When she dies, she's going to haunt her. So, long story short, my grandmother knew the family, validated this. This actually happened. So she swore up and down the street that she was going to curse on the family because she took her man away. So we tried to call the priest in, and it took a while before we can get holy water and salt in the house. But she pushed the priest almost down the stairs, and he was a big dude. He was a big dude, and he was scared to death. So we were asked to put her away in her room and make sure the door's closed, and rest of the ritual could be done. And they can hear her knocking on the door in a regular voice to get out. So
you were outside.
So. Well, yes. When it was done, we went to see her, and she was normal. She was fine. We took her downstairs, sit down on the couch, and the priest was like amazed that this happened. She goes, if anything happens more, let me know. I'll come by personally and do more things with her.
Wow.
So nothing happened after that. Actually, she lived for another 4 or 5 years, and she died at strangely enough, right beside the Townsend State Hospital that I was talking about. She lived in a retirement home.
But she
right
didn't
next to
have
it.
any more superhero powers after the exorcism.
Nope.
There.
No, they found it was like the medication she was under. They made her that way.
What did you think?
But I think the medication was making her that way. That it was just making her angry and the strength thing is it's just freaky. It's like Mo, thing about that is I worked for with the mentally handicapped, and I know strength comes not just the body from the mind. There's guys that overpower me easily, and they're like 90 pounds soaking wet. Because it's something that switches on that they have no control over. It's just a strength that comes out of nowhere.
Look what Wolfman posted in the chat room.
What?
Look at that GIF. That little guy running down with a dog.
The hell?
That's a dog in a Halloween costume.
Yes, that's awesome.
Oh my God. I mean, I was listening to every word you said, but I just had to stop for a second.
That's awesome.
All right.
That's awesome.
I'm sorry. That's unbelievable.
That is great. That is great.
Poor little
It
dog.
might be Mars. I think I'm staring at Mars right now. That's
I got a possessed old lady in there too now.
Man.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. She almost looks like her too. That's scary. She
She's so
almost looks
skinny.
like her.
You will
Yep.
obey.
They say if you keep dancing, you'll never grow
almost
old.
looks like her.
Darren.
That's
Are
awesome.
you scared now, Nick? You will be scared by the end of the program. You will be scared of the Wolfman.
Yes. We will scare Nick. That's a good question, Wolfman. Have you ever been truly frightened on your investigations?
Oh yeah. I get I've got physically punched by an entity before. Punched me in the chest, in the face, in the back. Got kicked. You know that shit scares the shit out of me.
Have you ever heard of? Have you ever had them sting you? The little stings they do. That little nippy, the little sting.
Yes.
Nippy.
I've never heard of that.
I hate that. Yes, I've had it.
I get that in the back of my neck.
Me too, and on
I don't know
my
why.
shoulders and my arms. These little
It's-
little stings. It feels like little bites.
Yep. And you think it's like fleas or something, but
Exactly.
nothing there. Right? You know, it's nothing there. But yeah, it's freaky. It's freaky. Yeah, I also did investigations in battleships. There's one in the USS Salem in Boston. I did a convention there. I was part of it, doing a presentation on demonology. And at night we had an investigation, and lo and behold, a lot of things happened. Knock in. It was just a strange feeling that you're in a ship that actually held. If the story, I might butcher the story, but the USS Salem was used for picking up a hurricane victims in Haiti, and there was a lot of dead bodies. So what they did was put the bodies in storage, in their ice storage, where they use for their food, and they stockpiled them. I think over 50 people or more that were all passed away. So hearing voices and hearing knocking and tearing and scratching and I don't know, everywhere, and everybody's being quiet. No one's doing it, you know. Then we do we split up, of course, and have our own individual experiences. Shadow people, voices, EVPs, strange mists, talking over the radio that no one was really talking, but it went through over the radio, walkie-talkies.
Wow.
But yeah, it's just crazy shit.
And
Crazy shit.
how long after the earthquake was that you went over there? Did you go to Haiti?
Oh no! The battleship that was in went to Haiti. That was in.
Oh, the battleship picked up the bodies. Got
Correct.
it.
Yes. Correct.
And
It was
then
in the
it came back.
1960s. Right.
Oh, so Haiti had another incident back in the 60s.
Oh, back in the 60s. Yeah, they had they had dead people and also live people on the ship. But you can research it. The USS Salem. Find it on Google. It'll tell you the whole story about it. But
where I live.
yeah, it's nuts. In Salem, Mass?
Oregon.
Oh, in Oregon. I'm talking about Salem, Massachusetts. I thought that's what you meant. I forgot Oregon got a Salem.
Yeah, it's the state capital.
It is the state capital. And I totally forget. I always think Portland. I don't know why. I always think Portland, Oregon is the capital, and not Salem.
Yeah, Portland's the big city we have.
Yeah, right, exactly.
The only big one we got.
Only big one you got, right? Oh, man.
So I was thinking about your Teddy Ruxpin story, and I had something similar. I had, you remember those clown dolls with the wind-up nose?
Yes.
You turn your nose and it would tingle dong ding 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 ding.
Ting ding dong ding.
You know, it sounded like a
Yep.
What do you call that thing? Like a music box.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that thing used to, just sort of appear in the chairs of the room where we were jamming in. And we didn't like that thing, and so we'd take it out of there and put it somewhere else, and then we'd be jamming, and then all of a sudden we'd notice that fucking thing sitting in the fucking chair again, right in the room with us again. Now this happened, I'd say probably about 4 or 5 times, but over a period of a year or two that we were jamming in that basement. Not all the time, but once in a while, it would just be
your
one.
bass player. Your bass player was just fucking with you.
That's
dude.
my brother.
Like,
no, my brother. No, he was maybe 15, and he just started smoking marijuana, and he was fucking pretty much brain dead, just stoned, man. He wouldn't even think of something like that. He could play bass good though, but no, I didn't know. None of us left the room. We were all jamming, so.
The original
That's
OG
crazy.
up on the shelf.
Well, it was my little sister's toy too, so it would get put in her room upstairs. So and then it would end up, and unless she brought it down,
Being downstairs.
It could have been my sister. Like she was,
All basing out.
I think 2 or
Your
4.
sister's room, all it's like.
You want to hear the
Your
scariest thing I ever saw?
Sure.
It's probably a toss up between the Wendigo.
Oh, God.
I'd say a Wendigo is probably the scariest fucking thing I ever saw.
Yeah. I think
Because
the
it was
most
personal.
scariest.
It could talk to you fucking right in your head.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it told you what it was, and it actually asked me if there was anybody I wanted him to go after.
Jesus.
But it was ripping through a fucking cornfield. Like, causing the corn to fly up all over the fucking place, just like the Tasmanian devil. And it was going as fast as the car. We were in a car, and it's going right beside us just as fast as the car, tearing the fucking corn up. And it's on 2 feet.
And you sure
it was on 2 feet.
You sure it was a Wendigo?
Well, that's what I would say it was. I can't think of anything else that.
Yeah.
And I've talked to other people that have experienced this creature in Alaska, and it's just my opinion that this thing is the Wendigo.
Wow.
It's got to be.
And yeah.
I can't see what the fuck else it could be, man. That's probably the scary. And the lady that told me about this, she wouldn't tell the story out loud to anyone. She typed a little bit of it to me in Twitter, and did not want to talk about it ever again. She's terrified of this creature because it actually told her, not to tell anybody about the creature. That telepathically told her that, and said, if you tell anybody about me, I will come back and find you, and I'll kill all your family. And it was doing the same thing. It was running beside the car as fast as they were driving and talking to her telepathically while doing that. The same thing happened to me. Wow. I couldn't fucking believe it because I was told about this story, and then it happened to me. It happened to 2 of it. Chris and I were both in the car, and we both saw it. Something going through the cornfield, but I was the one that got messages. So anyway.
Hey, something like that. Something similar happened to me. But that was it was just like a mini tornado. It's just wind grabbing the cornfield the right way, and it took out the corn off of the husks.
Yeah, it could, that could be right.
That was an explanation, but you might experience something totally different.
Yeah. Anyway, either way, if it was a little. Yeah,
Right.
I don't know. It just seemed like it was following right beside us, so I really don't think so, man. And,
Right.
We're turning, and it's turning with us.
And with you. Yeah. Like that.
Right beside
Fuck
us,
that.
yeah. I don't think it was one of those, like Dust Devil or something like that. Yeah. That was groovy, man.
Man.
What about you? What would be the scariest one? Besides Teddy Ruxpin, of course.
Well, similar to you, I had experience with something. A couple of things. Try to explain it. I don't know if you ever heard of a puckwudgie. A puckwudgie it's a Native American entity.
You say that again?
They're called a puckwudgie.
No, I've never heard of that one.
Yeah. Puckwudgies. Yes, they're like little elves. Gnomes.
Okay, I didn't know that. I've never heard them called that way, but then again, too, I was also told by the natives not to say that word, and actually not to say the word Wendigo either. And I just said, you're not supposed to say that word at all. That they won't even say that word.
Right.
They'll say we know about all kinds of creatures that
right,
but they won't they'll just tell you like I if I say it I'll invoke it.
Yep.
So I can't say it.
It's the same with the skinwalkers too. Same thing.
And I was actually repeating because I was talking about we were talking about Wendigos on the show, and I was saying that all day, that word Wendigo, when that happened. That day that it happened, it actually was time. I never have. This is probably the first time I've actually said that word since.
Oh man!
Damn, we hit like new grounds.
Yeah,
I can't think of what was the question? Scariest thing, like
one of the scariest paranormal experiences. It doesn't have to be paranormal either. Actually, I just like scary things.
It was kind of I was talking about the puckwudgie. It was,
especially Nick. Definitely. You really want to be scared.
Nick loves it. Nick wants to be scared.
Loves it.
Hey.
It's for horses.
Hey.
Who's got the scariest laugh like Art Bell? That's done.
Wolfman, your song was awesome last night.
Oh yeah, it's not done yet, but it's called Midget Drummer. Midget Drummer. Yeah.
That is a great song, by the way. I did listen to it.
You need to work on it more. You need to have a couple more choruses.
It's going to be like a kind of like a rap with a heavy metal chorus.
Oh, if you clean that up, it'll sound really good.
Oh my God! When you say and I play the drums, and then you do that little drum segment every time. It's fantastic. It's really unique. It's special. It really is.
Oh, I knew that was going to be a hit song when I come up with that one. I actually, you know what made me think of that song was my chair was lower than I was using a little tiny chair that I had to reach way up, and I felt like a midget. So I was like, I just thought of that. I'm a midget. I play
add to the story.
I just went with it. So I'm gonna do a video. I have a van. I am going to do a video.
The Lady Esmond said, I am
about to eat. I'll talk to you guys soon.
Okay, Nick.
Okay, Nick.
Okay, you're scared. I know you are. Don't come
Very
out
scared.
here. You better bring your teddy bear.
He's not
Bring your
scared of
Teddy
anything.
Ruxpin next time.
He's not scared.
Bring your Teddy Ruxpin next time.
No. No. Say hi
Bye,
to your mom,
Nick. Goodbye, Mr. Nick.
Oh, I'm gonna bring Mr. White on here. Mr. White needs to come in. Here he comes. Hi, Mr. White.
He's just listening. But I think Mr. White should chime in. He's got a lot to say.
Mr. White went to Woodstock.
So Bubba, one of our people in the chat room keeps repeating that we live in a simulation. Where do you stand on this notion?
You did mention something about the Matrix earlier.
It's a tough question. Tough question. I know.
It's a tough question. You go into the Mandela effect. You go into that type of theory. I believe that it's not really a synchronicity. I don't think it's like a similar. I don't think we're in a program. I don't think anything like that.
Me either. I'm glad you said that. I really don't.
I think it's more of a time continuum. It's a time continuum type of thing. Like I said, string theory.
Yeah, actually, time is flexible.
Well,
that's what I think.
Exactly. Time is created. It wasn't really there's not really time. Someone created it. There was never God created time.
Actually, nothing happens
nothing
unless you're watching it and seeing it.
Right.
Nothing happens.
Right. So all you know is the sun goes down, the moon comes up.
Yeah, but if you're not watching it, it doesn't even happen anyways. That's what I think.
Right.
I'm serious. If nobody's looking at the sun and watching it, I don't think it exists anymore for a little while. All the things that we're looking at we are creating with our belief of what we're looking at. That's what I believe.
What do you think about the flat Earth theory?
Oh God.
Well, I think it's not going away. I think it's not going away. Yeah, I'm one. I've seen too far. I think the world's been misdescribed. I'm not so much a flat earther, but I know for a fact that the heliocentric model doesn't work in the way that we're told it is. So something's wrong, and I'm not sure what it is.
Right.
And it's hard to prove either way. So.
And our energies and everything that you think is solid, that's not solid. It's just a force field of energy. That's what you're feeling.
Right. Well, that was the whole point of Albert Einstein and his theory of relativity was
right.
He disproved, or at least he made the claim that there was no such thing as an ether. But the Michelson-Morley experiments before him were actually, he actually ripped off the theory of relativity from Michelson and Morley.
Michelson and Morley, right? Exactly.
Yeah, and so there's all that, and I think for that matter, ether does exist.
Well, I'm thinking whatever these Michelson and Morley people, we should go rip off some more shit off them, man. That sounds pretty groovy.
Rip them off.
Fucking right. Let's go rip the rest of their shit off, man. They got Einstein stuff.
What else they got over there? Let's rip them off.
I've never heard of that. What are they again? Michelson and Morley.
Check it out. The Michelson or Michelson Morley.
Michelson.
It's one guy, Michelson Morley. I thought it was like a barrister.
Oh, Michelson.
A tag team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounded like a tag team wrestling team. Yeah. From the 20s.
20s, right? Oh my God.
Ladies and gentlemen, Michelson and Morrissey. Against the Cheek and Crusader Robinson. Man, I get really I get really sad when I can't hit the. There it goes. I just love when I had my old soundboard, but this one's kind of groovy. I'm just not used to it. I just threw a boxing bell in there.
Nice.
Well, I got a bunch of sound effects. I used to have them stringed together for like little stories, which was really cool. But right now, I just changed everything. I actually lost a computer. It got possessed. My computer got possessed. I'm not joking. I have witnesses that seen what happened to that computer. I brought other people in and showed it to them because this is fucked up. I think I videoed. Yeah, it started. First of all, it started coming on by itself and then talking to you. And it would like pick out fucking words off radio channels and just something from with this voice and another, but it would make sentences all scrambled up.
Oh, so like a Frank's box.
Yeah, it sounded just like one of them.
Like
one of those ghost boxes things. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it was doing, and it wasn't even turned on like to any program running. There was no programs running,
right?
And it was making all kinds of weird noises, like spooky, fucking weird, eerie, creepy shit. Like I was going, "Wow, man, I gotta use this on my show." And some of the noises that got recorded right into my episodes I was doing at the time. But then I couldn't control that damn computer anymore, and it just. It had thousands of effects in it, so it was using the effects to talk and scare us. And then it just...
That's weird.
And then it just fucking... done.
It shit to bed.
It was done. Finished.
Wow.
And yeah, I lost all...
Damn.
Oh, I lost all my bumper music and all my... I'll get it back.
Well, at least you didn't get evicted, Mike. That was on last week. We were worried you were going to lose your place. So luckily you didn't lose your place.
No. I can make all the noise I want here, man. Any time of the
Nice.
fucking night. Never one complaint. Yeah, I practice my drums at 5 a.m. sometimes if I'm working.
That's great.
No, not one complaint yet. No, that's why I took this place. I'm a noisy motherfucker. I play the drums. I got him right behind me here.
All right, hold on, dude.
That was probably.
Let's hear like the pot. Play the pot.
Pot?
The pot.
Oh, I'm not sure what that is. I actually don't know what you mean. I'm not sure what you're saying there.
A song by Tool. It's called The Pot.
Oh yeah, I don't know it. I love Tool
you
though.
can't play it.
I love Tool, but I could probably learn that.
Oh, all right. Let's all listen to The Pot real quick, just so we all familiar.
Hey, play it in the castle. You could do that. I'll put it up.
Yeah, somebody with the audio.
Oh, that'd be cool, man. We'll get that up in a sec here. So, oh man, what were we talking about?
Because Danny Carey's like a fucking octopus on the drums.
Oh yeah, okay. Bubba, what do you think of marijuana? And you know, like we were talking about some mushrooms earlier, weren't we?
Yeah, we're getting into psychedelics last time.
Yeah, let's hit on that a little bit, and again, let's hit on that again. So,
Sure.
do you approve or disapprove of the use of marijuana recreationally?
Oh, I approve it. Definitely approve it.
Right.
I use CBD. I use CBD oil all the time.
CBDs. Yeah.
So
awesome,
yeah.
Man. Good.
Super
I
effective.
do that all the time.
Now, what do you use it for? Sleep or pain, or what's your
pain.
main focus? Yeah,
Pain. It's pain.
And the results? Do you find a lot of relief from the CBD?
Is it your back?
No, my feet. I got nerve damage.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You walk. It's hard to walk.
Yeah. Very hard to walk.
I could see that actually. I see things sometimes. I could see. I wasn't sure if it was your back or why you were walking like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's So that can be probably fixed with something like colloidal. You ever try colloidal silver?
No.
I would try that.
No, I haven't.
It's incredible.
What's it called?
Colloidal silver. It's probably the best thing you
Colloidal
can.
silver.
Like we can't get Ormus, like the white gold powder, but you can go to a health store and get colloidal silver, which does some pretty amazing things that are like almost miraculous, really. It's been used for thousands of years, and it's kept suppressed knowledge, but they can't stop us from getting it. They won't call it silver anymore either. They're not even allowed to call that in Canada. It just has to have the AG symbol on it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's commonly. I think it's commonly used for infections and arthritis, diabetes, cancer.
Oh,
even.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's.
Wow.
But I think it's lacking some of the science background to it, but it's got a really good. I've never used it, but I've heard it's got really favorable results.
I use it. I use it every day. I ever since I started using it, I will never do without it. It gives me energy, like almost like 100 times a coffee, and I can stay up at night. And my mind's alert. I noticed that right away, and every time I take it, I'm up all night almost, like I'm on acid or fucking meth or something. But it's not. It doesn't have any of the bad sides to the. Like it's not a drug. It keeps your mind alert, almost like ginseng. Right.
Another thing you might want to try that I have tried, and it's really effective.
And actually,
it's
works as a painkiller too, but the most thing is the energy that it gives you. I find it just gives you a boost of energy like crazy, and it kills. Oh yeah, you breathe it in. You get this good one with the spray that mists, and then breathe that, suck it in like into your lungs, and you won't have asthma anymore.
C60 it's carbon 60, and it also is really good for joint pain, and it's super. That's been super effective. They say it helps clear free radicals, increases longevity, these kinds of things. But for joint pain, it also could be effective for you. You might want to look into that. C60.
I'll look it up. Huh.
That's a good one.
Let's see what's going on here. This month? Yeah. Tomorrow I'm going on that ghost hunt. So you got any pointers for me? Because I've never done it really that much before.
Oh, yeah.
Just a little bit on my own.
Where's it happening, Mike?
It's in London. At an old, I think it's an old part of town, an old house or something. In the backyard or courtyard, they set up this old building, and there's shadow people. There's shadow people.
You need the red light.
So there's a whole bunch of a couple of shadow people things, and he said it was about the size of dogs, like not like.
Who said you need the red light?
Yeah, you got the red light.
Yeah, you need the red light.
What's that?
Yep, on an Energizer wrist, your headband. You got a flashlight on your headband.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So buy the one from Energizer.
Okay.
And then you got the red light, you got the fucking bright light, and you got the super light. But you want to go red light up to that spoon area.
Oh yeah. Red light. I thought that's where the hookers hang out.
Yeah, the expensive ones.
Yeah.
That's how you get the video. That's how you watch.
Yeah, man. Red light lady.
Man.
So, what's your favorite type of music, Bubba?
Oh, metal. Definitely metal.
I figured
all types of metal.
Like kind of like
hard rock,
Ghost, and
are you saying mellow or metal? It's very different.
Metal.
Oh, jeez.
Metal.
Like in Metallica.
Nice.
So yeah. All right. Yeah.
But I listen to everything. I listen to everything, but primarily metal. I listen to death metal, black metal, new metal, thrash, punk.
Wow.
So I listen to everything. Like one of my first bands I ever saw was the Misfits.
Oh
I was
fuck
like,
yeah, dude! Hell yeah!
I was like 10 or 11 years old.
Fucking Glenn Danzig was fucking doing that shit.
Yep.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I saw him 5 years ago.
You saw Danzig back together with him? The
No, I saw the
reunion tour?
Misfits.
Yeah,
I
but
saw
with
they had a
Glenn,
big black drummer, a jazz drummer.
yeah, was with Glenn with them 5 years ago? Because
5 or 6
Glenn
years
was
ago, yeah.
he was Glenn went back. He reconciled with Jerry Only because they weren't meeting eye to eye for years.
Yeah.
But the only person they don't talk to is Michael Graves. The only person they don't talk to him anymore. Doyle is back. Doyle is no, because he's an asshole.
I'm trying to think
he's a dick.
Misfits. I've seen Misfits play live. I'm trying to think back there. I think around 2014, 2015.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did they have the black drummer?
Back then they had Didi Ramon. Didi Ramon was drumming for him.
Oh wow.
Then
Yeah,
there was then they had a
decent show. Yeah.
They also had the drummer they had Bobo, who actually did one album with them, was touring with them. But yeah, it was mostly at that time it was Didi Ramon.
I saw so many people injured.
That makes
There's
sense.
so many.
It was
so many ambulances that had to come to the show.
That's
yeah.
That's a good show.
Yeah,
That's how you
that's
know.
a good show.
There was a guy that was hitting people from behind over and over and over. And I got so pissed off, I went downstairs. I was going to take him out. I was fucking pissed. Nobody was doing anything. And by the time I got downstairs,
Fuck yeah, Darren.
Security finally had figured it out.
Aw, you didn't get to smash him.
I didn't get to smash him.
Bonk.
I wanted to.
Bubba,
we
did
were
you get the mosh
upstairs.
pit?
Yes, I used to mosh. I also was a bouncer, so it's like kind of both.
Oh, nice. Wow.
He's through the. He weighs what I do, so I could see. I did that Streetlight Manifesto I went to see about 2 years ago. And I went in the mosh pit and I said that was the last time I'll do that because I was hurting people.
I didn't like it when I saw a guy get pushed into a fire once in a mosh pit. And nobody helped him, man. I'm playing drums, right? And nobody's fucking helping the guy. And he's screaming and burning up in there. I actually jumped off the fucking drums and ran down there and pulled the guy out of the fire, and everybody else was laughing at him.
Man.
I've seen somebody from a fire before.
I got the kid.
He left in the ambulance.
Fire.
I bet.
Jesus.
I don't even know if he survived it. Actually, it was severe.
Jeez. Yeah, I bet.
His skin was bubbling, man. He was cooking.
Oh my God. Did the whole show come to a stop because you stopped drumming?
No, actually, the weird thing was I pulled him out of the fire, and then the next thing I knew, there was I think an ambulance people were there. Right, somebody must have called the ambulance because the next thing I knew, there was people there that took him. I don't know if they were ambulance. I can't remember, but he was gone. Some people grabbed him and took him away. I think maybe it was security or ambulance people. I don't know. Somebody grabbed him and pulled him away. It was a private barn party, man. So I don't know what they had for. I think they had some bouncers. So, he was gone. So well, he's gone. I thought, fuck it, okay, go back and play, man. We didn't set this all up for nothing. We had a video screen. It was cool, man.
I probably have 10 different mosh pit stories from college.
It's a good topic, though, actually. Mosh pit and metal bands. And,
it's not a good thing, really. Mosh pits aren't good. They
well,
really
I
aren't.
like it as a topic because every time I talk about it, there's a horrible story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is that like if a mosh pit nowadays, no one will help anybody get up. They'll keep on kicking them and record them on their phones. They won't help. Back in the day, we used to help. Help people that fell. We used to do it all the time. You know, now they don't give a shit.
True.
So
There's a girl
it's sad.
There's a short girl that was in a mosh pit, and she grabbed me, and she goes, "I'm dying down here. I'm dying." And I like picked her up and just held her up, and I pulled her out of the fucking thing. I mean, I have a bunch of stories like that.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, I'll sit in the back of the concert with you.
Ooh. Was she cute?
Fuck yeah, she was.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh.
That's always a plus.
Yeah. I think we made out.
Whoa.
I didn't get her number though.
Darren.
Yes. There's lots of mosh pit stories. Lots of Central Tavern stories from Seattle.
Yeah. Yeah. There have been a lot of incidences when I was a bouncer in Rhode Island, and they had their own gangs back then. I don't mean Crips or Bloods. I'm talking about the DMS, the Doc Martin Society. They were like all skinheads. And there was also a gang called FSU, which Florida State University. They'll have that hat on, but it meant fuck shit up.
Oh,
so they used to go into parties, and they go to clubs, whoever, just to start shit with everybody. And the skinheads would be in there, and they'll pick fights with the skinheads. And some would end up with broken arms, missing teeth. One guy got a broken jaw, got ripped off his socket out of his face. Yeah, it was freaking brutal. So yeah, you really couldn't stop it because all you got is you have to call the cops because there's nothing you can do as a bouncer, you know.
Yeah, you're only
can
one
pick
man.
Yeah, it was like was me and 3 other guys, and we were big dudes, you know, and we couldn't take all of them on. Fuck no. No, we got as much as we could get out. But the cops came in and helped. Even the owner tried to help and take the guys out. But like, yeah, it's just messy, especially in, like pits like that. Like you don't give a shit. Like gangs, you don't want to be mixed up with that inside of a pit. That has happened a lot of times with myself in pits like that. There's a group of guys that hate another group of guys, and they just go fucking nuts inside of the pit, and you go in at the wrong time, wrong place, wrong time, and you'll end up in the ER.
That's how the Misfits was.
Yeah, that's just like that too. Yeah, definitely.
I'm surprised. You ever see any stabbings inside the pit where someone just stabbed somebody in the back and just you never knew who it was, or?
I've heard of cases of like that, but what I've seen is billy clubs in the back of the head. Billy clubs, flapjacks, just like whatever they find, like crowbar, baseball bats. But I never saw a knife. It was usually
usually that's good.
Yeah,
usually they scan you at the door for shows like that.
Yeah, the sharp objects usually would be like beer bottles. That's pretty much it. But yeah, it's freaking brutal. Now I have no idea. You know, the shows now.
They don't usually have mosh pits anymore.
Slayer still did. Slayer still did. Slayer, death metal like Obituary, Death Angel, all that type of bands. They still have pits.
There's not a lot though.
Black metal, Mayhem, still people go to see a Mayhem tour. They'll pit and they'll start a mosh if there's room. They'll find room and do a pit. Mayhem, Suffocation, those type of bands. Metallica, you won't see that anymore.
No,
you won't see that anymore. Metallica,
it's too bad.
Megadeth, you don't see that. No, Manson, you don't see like.
They were huge when I went to see Guns N' Roses, and I saw, like Bon Jovi. The mosh pits were huge.
Yeah,
huge,
insane. That's Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi mosh pit. That just sounds silly to me.
What?
It was crazy. No. It was huge.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it though.
There was so much movement. It wasn't really a mosh. It was more just a squeeze.
Oh yeah,
but we were all moving around the whole time.
Yep.
Really weird.
Yep. They usually that type of crowd.
My brother went.
Yeah, sorry.
My brother went to see The Police in 1984, and there were so many people that were just getting squished to death that they were just pushing and lifted up and out, forward and out of the place because they were suffocating.
Yeah, you get squashed and literally you get trampled over and everything. Dangerous.
Yeah. Absolutely. Really dangerous. That Pearl Jam show in 1998 or whatever? How many people died in that thing?
Right. Exactly.
35 people?
Yep. Also Green Day. When Green Day just came out, they were performing at the Half Shell in Boston, and people got trampled to death. In between a pit and a walkway, I think like 20 or 25 people got squashed.
Oh my God!
I think like one or two people got killed, but mostly we just all hurt, broken arms and whatever.
Pearl Jam, when they talk about their career, they talk about the pre whatever that concert was, and then post, because it changed everything for them. It was so drastic. You can't have 30 people dying at your show and feel good about yourself.
No, you really can't.
No. And the Who had that big one where everyone died too.
The Who? Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that one.
Was that the fire?
The fire, you mean?
That was horrible. Oh my God! You guys ever see the video of that?
I never wanted to watch it. No thanks.
Wait. Hold on.
It was so sad.
Hold on. Are you talking about the station fire?
Yeah.
Great White?
Yeah, Great White.
I almost went to that show. Almost went to it. A lot of people thought I died. Like, dude, I thought you went to the show. I'm like, I was going to, but no one gave me a ride. I didn't have a car. I didn't have a ride. Everyone was freaking out. But we lost a lot of people that we knew. Also, a DJ, Dr. Metal, nice guy. He got killed inside the fire. But yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, they had no idea what was going on. They were all just laughing as they were leaving.
Right.
And then they were all just pushing.
Yep. The back exits were all locked. They were chained up. And
they were?
Should have been. Yeah, they were chained in the back of there. So all we had was the front exits. So that's why everybody got trampled over and killed and shit. Just.
So the Who concert disaster occurred on December 3rd, 1979, when British rock band
No, continue.
Performed at Riverfront Coliseum, is the Heritage Bank Center.
It was in Ohio.
Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yep.
A crush of concert goers outside the Coliseum's entry doors.
Yeah,
resulted
that's right.
in the deaths of 11 people.
I forgot about that. Well, it's like the what was it, Rolling Stones, when they had Hell's Angels be that bounces.
Oh, that was horrible. I wouldn't
That
want
was
to be in
insane.
that place.
No, that was insane.
Well, they only had a few people die there, though, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, it
Pretty
was.
much. People got pummeled by Hell's Angels.
Well, no, one guy got stabbed.
Yeah, I got stabbed.
The guy in the green jacket.
It's crazy.
The Hells Angels stabbed the guy in the green jacket.
Yep.
The black guy. Who had a gun, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's another flip of the coin, other side of the coin, is when people get stupid, like they kill Dimebag. You know, that shit pisses me off. You know, just stupidity, violent acts like that for nothing.
I think he just died because there's a shitty environment and he died. I don't think anybody killed Dimebag.
Yep.
Pearl Jam's concert at the Orange Stage, the 30th of June, 2000. A crush occurred. 9 people died, and 26 people were injured.
Yep. Freaking brutal.
I think there were some soccer matches where a bunch of people died too.
Yes, there was a collapse. There was one where the benches collapsed.
Stadium just catches on fire in like 10 seconds.
Yeah, it's insane. Yeah.
No, this one, 93 people were killed, and more than 180 were injured when soccer fans surged forward in severely overcrowded stands at a match in northern English city of Sheffield. April 16th, 1989.
Yep. Jesus. Yep. There's also one that happened in Portugal too. There's one. It was the team Porto. It happened in that stadium as well.
I like
I
what.
don't know how many people died in that one.
Oh, I like what Jordan Maxwell said, and I stick behind 100% about sports and balls. And I always thought that you give a ball to a dog, he'll run around and play with it in the backyard for a while. You give it to a bunch of adults, and they'll go and run around and play with it too. Just like dogs when they do that. People are, I don't know. I've never been into that. I don't understand why people play with fucking balls. Get the ball. I don't get it. I've never done it. I won't get the ball. Fuck off. Go get the ball yourself. Go get a dog to get the fucking ball. I don't play sports. I hate fucking sports. I just fucking hate them. It just, to me, it reminds me of ancient Rome and gladiators and all that shit. Macho fucking crap. Hate sports. Except golf. I will play golf.
I was gonna say, do you like golf?
Yeah, it's different. That's not really more. It's more like just a leisurely time.
Yeah. How about hockey?
Actually, I liked hockey when I was a kid because of the skating and the fast paced. But you know, it's too dangerous to really fucking get your kids doing that. And if you think about it, my uncle was a surgeon. He had to take pucks out of fucking kids' necks and shit. And
yeah.
Jesus.
And it's brutal. Yeah. Nothing like missing fingers from a skate.
Oh yeah.
Hand.
And when I played hockey, I was the dirtiest fucking defenseman. I was a little guy, and I would go down really low because I was shorter than everyone. I could get way down underneath them and basically knock their knees right out, and fucking then I'd stand up, and I'd send them fucking flying about 4 feet in the air. Because I'd lift up after I got them to over top of my back. I'd fucking send them flying. I was too rough, man. They fucking took me out of there. I had one too many. I think one more penalty. I was out of the fucking league.
Jesus.
I wasn't really doing it on purpose, man. It was just my size and the size of the other guys. When I bent down to check, I would take their fucking knees out. Yeah, it was cool. That was cool. But I quit that. I quit all sports, and I told my parents that they wanted to pay for me to go in sports. And I want no fucking sports, though. Oh, well, I thought about it, and I started in the martial arts. And I did that instead.
That's cool. That's good. That's good.
I think it's a lot more. You get a lot more out of it than.
Yes, you do. Yeah, you do.
Way more. Did you ever do that?
Yeah, I went into mixed martial arts. Into kung fu. I wasn't into karate. I was into more of the Wing Chun, like Bruce Lee, Jeet Kune Do.
Nice.
I was into that. I was into that.
Wicked.
Big time. Yeah.
I was also going to ask you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. No. Go ahead.
I was going to ask you earlier too. Do you play an instrument?
I did say I played the bass and also did vocals.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I had a band called 3 Days Dead.
Oh. 3 Days Dead. Yes, that's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Like just starting to turn blue. You know. I just play the skin flute. But that's not really
Isn't that like a slide whistle?
No, it was a recorder. It's just a recorder.
No, I'm saying it's more of a slide whistle than skin flute.
Yeah. Skin flute is kind of like a slide whistle, yeah. You can either play it by yourself or you can have someone play it for you.
Oh, man.
Well, it's been it's been a good show so far. I don't know where we're gonna go from here.
Right. I have no idea.
Where do we go?
Where do we go from here? I'm not gonna.
Should we take a break and reconvene, or should we hit some hard hitting topic?
I think we should take a break and reconvene. I was just thinking that because.
Let's do it then.
I just missed the top of the hour again, didn't I?
Yeah, I warned you, man. I said it right at 11 o'clock, top of the hour.
Oh, nice. Well done, man. Well done.
And then you told me to jack off. You said
I did. I didn't tell you to jack off, but I will right now. Will you please jack off, JP?
I will.
All right. West of the Rockies, JP is jacking off. We'll be right back.
JP, go.
Go, JP, go.
Milking it. All right.
Wow.
How you feel?
Lady Esmond said I'm good and a Jewish producer.
Oh no, he's born.
Oh
California.
my God!
Medical
We are
facility.
back, and our next topic is gonna be the darkest one yet, and it's gonna scare the pants off of Nick. You will be naked to the waist down. Your pants will be removed.
Don't run
You'll
away.
be so scared. And it's gonna be about serial killers, people that eat cereal and then kill people. Right? Isn't that what a serial killer is?
Yeah, that's what Trix does to you.
Yeah,
you
like
know?
tricks are for kids, and then you go on a murdering spree. Isn't that what a serial killer is?
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
I always thought so.
It's like that band. It's like a band Green Jello.
I always thought,
Remember?
like it could get rid of serial killers real easy just by like taking away the cereal from people. Don't give them any cereal.
Yeah, just give them pasta noodles.
Yeah, fucking all go to sleep like a fat fucking Italian.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what Italians are, right? They're just fucking they're retarded Portuguese.
There you go. Every serial killer ever.
Yeah, but the thing is, we smell better.
Wow. Wow.
I'm sorry.
smell
I love
better.
Italians. I'm kidding. I like your wine. Portuguese wine is a little better, though.
Yeah, you have to try Portuguese firewater.
Yep.
Have you tried Portuguese firewater?
Oh yes, yes. I used to work with Portuguese people in construction in Toronto.
Oh yeah. Oh, beautiful.
I know exactly. I was trained by Portuguese carpenters.
Oh, they know everything.
They think, yeah, they do actually. But the
They
thing,
do. I
the
know.
thing is that they all pass it on to each other, and everybody shares the knowledge. And I noticed that they all stick together, man. And you won't even see it coming because all of a sudden there's fucking 20 of them around you.
It's like it's worse than Mexicans.
Yeah, they're that's the same. I don't know. Probably about the same. I don't know. I really see the big difference between some cultures like from Europe, the way that people stick together. It makes them way stronger, And then you got other people like this nowadays. You don't even fucking go to your neighbor's house and say hi or anything, and you don't have any friends or nothing. You're all by yourself in your fucking house, and then they take away your wife and kids, and then now you're all by yourself, and so are they. And everybody's all separate, so the government can really fuck you good.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. That's what it's all about, man. The name of this game here is.
All right.
I don't know. I'm still on this thing from Jordan Maxwell being on my show. That really freaked me out, man.
Yeah, people were all about that serial killer shit, man.
Okay, let's talk about serial killers. Like, why?
That song. Just play that song right there.
My friend Greg in Sacramento, his uncle was Mac Ray Edwards, a serial killer.
Oh no.
I put his info in there. Yep. He's an American serial killer. He murdered at least 6 children in Los Angeles County, California.
Oh, okay. I read about him.
Why do they do
They
that?
buried him under the freeway where he worked.
Right.
Like when they put in new freeways.
Why do
He's
people
a great
do that?
guy.
Was he doing sexual shit to the kids, or why would he kill them?
Yeah, he's a pedophile.
Okay.
And
yeah,
Did you know that actually, because of the internet and because of the access of porn, that murders have actually gone down? Did you guys know that?
Well, yeah. Same as in.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
People have
Kinda
groups and communities they can join online, so they don't feel
Yeah,
isolated.
and you can get stuff in a sex shop now that feels like it. So you can watch porn
and
use
robots.
it.
I mean,
Yeah, you can get these things.
You don't have to actually. You don't have to actually
fleshlight.
kidnap and murder and rape people.
Yeah.
That's right. You can use a fleshlight and just pretend you are. But that
That's
does
right.
not make you any better. You're still a sick fuck, and I should explode you.
It's true, but at least they're not hurting children.
Right.
it's true.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's true.
who's your favorite, Bubba? Who's your favorite serial killer and why?
Oh, John Wayne Gacy.
Who's your favorite?
Yeah, he's my favorite. I like John Wayne Gacy. But yeah, it's because he was an entertainer. He was a clown, and he entertained children. But unbeknownst to everybody else, he killed them and stuck them in a crawl space under his home. But the thing about John Wayne Gacy, there's a lot of things that a lot of people don't know about him. When he was younger, his best friend and him were playing in a playground, and back in the day, there was a lot of metal. Wasn't plastic. A lot of stuff was metal. So on a swing, he fell off the swing, and the back of the seat of the slide, him in the back of the head, knocked him out unconscious. His best friend put him in a red wagon, the radio wagons, and brought him all the way home. Now, John Wayne Gacy's father was a known drunken abuser. Abused his wife, abused John and his brother. So he's always in a drunken stupor. So when John Wayne Gacy went home with his best friend dragging him in the red wagon, his father didn't give a shit. He said, "What are you gonna do with him?" He's like, "He needs to go to the hospital." Fuck him, and walked away. That's a true story. So his best friend noticed after that happened, his whole demeanor changed after that incident of that seat hit him in the head, changed him completely. Mood swings, the whole 9 yards. And to this day, he still talks about it. Like he doesn't understand. He still doesn't comprehend what happened to John, and he became this way. He doesn't know. He's a totally different person.
Is he still alive?
No, John Wayne Gacy. No, he was electrocuted. No, he was lethal injected. Lethal injection.
He used to write a lot of letters to people and stuff, didn't he? Explaining stuff.
He had pen pals. Well, a lot of them did. Charles Manson did. I was a pen pal to one serial killer too. My pen pal was Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker.
Okay.
He's my second favorite. Charlie Manson's like third, but he wasn't really a serial killer. He was just a manipulator. Technically, he didn't kill anybody, but he manipulated with his charisma. He helped form this group to kill, Sharon Tate and the family.
Wasn't Richard Ramirez like the worst serial killer in American history?
No. The worst kill like that would be H.H. Holmes in Chicago. H.H. Holmes created a murder hotel, a slaughterhouse. People go in, it's a slaughterhouse. People go in the hotel room, lay down the bed. There would be a chute under the bed, and they would slide under the bed and down to the cellar, which they hacked the bodies up. Him and accomplices. He would sell the organs, body parts, skeletons to colleges, and he'd make money off of it.
Was this something that was found out just recently? Because I think Richard Ramirez was the worst for a while, wasn't he?
No.
No? Okay.
One of the worst was Jim Jones. He killed over 300 people with just one punch.
Just one Hawaiian punch.
It's the best Hawaiian punch ever.
With one punch.
Yeah, with one punch.
One time.
Yep.
Hey, the Hawaiian punch commercials were probably like telling you about this like ahead. It was like pre-programming right there.
That was on my birthday.
What they drank was Flavor Aid. That was the name of the drink. It's called Flavor Aid.
I remember that.
Yeah. Everybody thinks it was Kool-Aid. It wasn't Kool-Aid. It was Flavor Aid.
Yeah.
It was like 10 cents cheaper, I think.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
What did Richard Ramirez talk to you about in the pen pal conversation?
He just wanted to know. He likes sports and stuff. And how was his favorite teams going? What do you do to your life? He was very personable. He would always ask for a picture. He would actually had a mural of all of his pen pals. So he would ask all his friends be on his wall.
Did you send him a real picture or a fake one?
A real one.
Oh,
that was 1990. No, 1999 or 2000. When I saw that stuff. Yeah.
Why are you so fascinated with serial killers?
I don't know. It's like I find them fascinating. Backstories on how did they become that way. You know? Yeah. Usually, the people say they're born that way. It's not. I don't think they're born that way. It's how they progress their life and what happened to traumatically. What happens in their life changes them, one way or another. Something changes them and creates.
Shitty parents
usually. Usually not, because look at Jeffrey Dahmer. His parents were great. You know, they're Catholics and all that. He became a serial killer. You know, he created his own altar in his own bedroom. You know, it's like he was one of the worst serial killers by far. Between him and Ed Gein, he had his own. Ed Gein. You don't know Ed Gein?
Oh wow.
No, okay. Did he eat people too?
Oh yeah. Well, it's never been. It has never been found out if he did eat them. But he did. He desecrated a lot of graveyards. He would take bodies out and play with the bodies.
Oh God!
The movie Psycho is based on Ed Gein's life. It's kind of loosely based on him. Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre is also based on Ed Gein. Also Buffalo Bill and Silence of the Lambs is also based on Ed Gein. So, so Ed Gein, he was noted nice guy, very quiet, very personable. He would make he'd be a butcher and cut meat and sell it to his friends and stuff, and he'll cook them for them. But they don't know if that was actually cow meat, or it was venison, or it was human. They don't know.
Oh, God.
But inside the house, pretty much was skull.
What did you do? Just taste it and then make a guessing game out of it, or?
Or is it later that they decided?
They didn't know at the time. He told them it was venison or some kind of cattle, but they don't know if that they ate was human meat. Because human meat tastes like pork, so you really wouldn't know the difference.
Oh wow!
Really?
Yep, you wouldn't know the difference.
Human meat. Yeah, it'd be a fun game to play with your kid. With your friends.
It tastes like pork.
You win.
Yeah. Wow.
Yep. That's why human meat. Yeah, human meat is usually called long pork. Long pork is actually human.
Yeah.
And the most popular area of the body to eat is the thighs.
That's what I would think.
Yeah.
That's where the meaty part of your body is the best part.
Yeah, that's what I would eat if I could. If I was in a plane crash in the Andes or whatever.
I was just thinking, leg meat. Somebody like a politician that we don't like, we just have a big feast. Yeah.
Or the calf. The calf might be good.
Calf, yeah. What about the buttocks?
The buttocks, that might be good.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good. Yeah.
The rump, yeah. Let's eat it.
The
rump roast.
Rump roast. Rump roast. That's
Apoc would bring up the rump.
Yeah.
Well, Keats is here, so I have
to. He's still
to.
thinking about it.
Oh my goodness.
It's
It's amazing how smart all the serial killers were and personable.
Oh yeah.
Jeffrey
definitely.
Dahmer.
Yep. Berkowitz.
And he was
another
good
one.
looking. Good looking,
Yeah.
smart. Yeah,
Some of them.
They don't get away with serial killers aren't really around as much as they were before because of new technology.
No. Yeah. Right. I know they just found out one serial killer that was still around. He was in prison already, but they found that he was also virtually. I think he was accountable for like 20 deaths, but realistically, he had over 60 kills. They just found out, and they tacked on more time. They just added more time to him.
Who was that guy they found with genetic testing in California? He was like a cop or something.
Oh, I don't know. No idea.
It was like 2 or 3 years ago.
Old
guy.
And it was someone because like a cousin.
Yeah.
23andMe, and he got busted.
Yes. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Some people hate that. I think JP hates, the fact that genetic testing. But I think it's wonderful that they're able to find these people. I mean, they found one guy who was like 50 years old. He had never done a damn thing in his life except for when he was like 22. There was this teacher he always thought was really hot, and then he murdered her and raped her.
Yeah.
And then he went on to have like a normal life.
Normal life, right?
Yep. He did. He was like a DJ. He was like successful and shit. Yeah. And they all of a sudden they're like, "You are the guy."
Yeah. Well, look at look at BTK. BTK stopped for the longest time. He had a whole family and all that, and he could have gotten away with it if he didn't go back to doing shit again. It was many years he didn't do anything. He should have just stayed late. You wouldn't know about it.
Wasn't the Green River Killer kind of like that too?
Yeah, Green River's like that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
What about the Zodiac? Did they ever find out who that was?
Nope.
No.
Oh, he got away with it.
No one knows. Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe someday.
Ooh.
You never know.
Man,
They try to break that code, and no one can break that code. Even the best code breakers can't break it. So
it's been years now, man. I don't.
Yeah,
think
yeah.
The guy
Yeah.
whoever
Did they
did
ever
it is
get
probably
any-
dead now.
Oh yeah, there's some people, relatives are saying that their father, brother, whoever, they were the real Zodiac. That comes up often, but no one really knows. It's like J.B. Cooper. It's like J.B. Cooper.
The same thing.
You'll never find J.B. Cooper or anything.
The one guy confessed on his deathbed that he was D.B. Cooper.
J.B. Cooper, right? Exactly. But you never know if it was him or not.
No.
Or no. Well,
but
and
why
also
would he say
look
he
at
was?
right. I have no idea. Well, same as Bagdalia murder in California. And Bagdalia, no one found out who did that to her. She was butchered in the middle of the night. Left her in the middle of a vacant parking lot, or park, whatever. And she was actually from New Bedford, Massachusetts. and she moved to California just to be get into movies.
Wow. Well, that was a good last 20 minutes, you guys. We did it. Are we gonna end this shit?
That was really good. That was a great show, man. That was a great show.
It was.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bubba.
No problem, man.
That was
Awesome.
fun.
No problem.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
No problem, man.
A replacement.
thank
We
you.
have a community here too. You know, if you want to
Yes.
stop by and hang out.
Yeah.
Shows. You can always join her show anytime. She does a live show. You can call in. She'll ask you all
Cool.
sorts of questions.
Nice.
Well, we can get you on all kinds of shows too if you ever want to go on. I know all kinds of other DJs. If you ever want to do something else, just talk to me off there, and I'll hook you up with other places. But you're always welcome back here, man. You're welcome in the castle anytime. You fit right in here, man.
Yeah.
This is your new home away from home. You can come here anytime, man.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, I have some pretty cool guests coming up that you might want to check out too.
What do you got?
Oh, yeah. Actually, Marijuana Mama, my girl, she just booked Tessa Nicole Smith, the psychic. And
Oh, really?
yeah. And I've got Sika. From she's a historian and macabre kind of. She's a historian, but she's from around here, and she's got all kinds of weird paranormal stories from around.
What's her name?
Sika.
What's her name?
She
Sika
goes by
porn
Sika.
star.
I know. I thought
The porn star Sika.
Yeah.
I actually met
She
her.
goes by the same name. Yeah.
Porn star.
I actually met her.
A different
That's
Sika, I
why
think.
I met Seeker.
But
She was two.
yeah. Well, we got
She passed.
We also have Joe Seeker. That's different, though.
And I got the Anomalies guys coming. I think I got Taft Derek Baker for next weekend for space. I mean, mostly moon anomalies. And I got Brett Colin Shepard on the 21st. And I'm not sure what he wants to cover, but he does that kind of thing too. It'll be space anomalies and weird shit from space. And then next
You should get some people from MUFON on.
Yeah, I had Preston Dennett.
Oh, he did.
Yeah,
Nice.
And
we had Michael Cremo too.
Yeah, with Michael Cremo and.
Oh, nice.
I got Claire Trell. It's hard to pronounce, but she's from Hong Kong, and she's a psychic, Claire Trellor. And then the next week, the next week after that, I got Barry Fitzgerald. You must have heard of Barry Fitzgerald. He's the biggest paranormal investigator in Ireland, and he does all those YouTube.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
He works. He works with the Zohar Stargate.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So yeah, he's heavy duty, man. He's just as big as Jordan Maxwell or any of these people I had on.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's
definitely
a rare interview, that one, because he's hard to get.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I don't know how I pull it off. I just don't give up. I actually, and I got all kinds of. I'm throwing more invites out all the time. I even put one to Bill Nye the Science Guy. I'm trying to get him on, talking to his agent.
Oh my God.
Well, you know,
I'm sorry, but I can't.
Somebody to argue with.
I can't stand him. I can't.
I know. That's why I want him on. But that is why I want him on.
I just can't stand him.
I want to argue with him.
He was my girlfriend's high school teacher. He was a great guy.
I want to argue with that man. I'm going to tell him I'm a flat earther.
Right? Oh, God. Oh, God.
That's so funny.
I'm thinking we got to think of something really good to talk to him about. Tell him that JP's got to help me with it. We'll tell him that the climate change is all fake.
Yeah. Hey, dude, you should question him on science. What is actually look up what.
No, we're going to tell him we're going to tell him his science is all fake.
It is, actually. It is.
Yeah, that's what I want to
Maybe
do.
we should have Bubba on that show. We should have Bubba.
Well, I need somebody to
as
be.
the co-host.
I'm trying to think of somebody to be total opposite, and then have him on at the same time as yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to.
You should have Bubba as the co-host. Bubba,
Yeah.
you want to be co-host
There
on
we
the
go.
show?
Sure, man. You can.
Yeah,
do it.
definitely.
You want to take
Definitely.
on? You want to take that guy on? That would be great, eh? Tell him all his shit is bullshit,
Right.
man. Your science is bullshit. I gotta come up with something.
Oh, man.
Talk about the chemtrails and shit. He probably won't believe you on that one. He'll probably, oh, that's just this and that.
No, I don't believe that.
Yeah, he probably
No.
won't believe that either.
No.
Or UFOs or anything like that. We could get him on all kinds of stuff. Ask him if he's ever seen ghosts. That's what I want to do to him. I want to put him right on the spot.
You should get You should try to get George Nori on the show.
Oh
You know, I probably could because everybody hates him. So if anybody invited him on a show, he'd probably do it.
Yeah, he probably
Let's try
would.
to get Richard on.
But then again, he is
Did
very
Richard ever
busy.
get back to you?
I don't.
No,
I
let's
never.
do an hour show
I
with
never
him.
personally actually invited Richard C. Hoagland yet. I thought you might have, but I forgot to.
I
So
bet
I can't remember.
George listens to our show.
I can't.
George always listens to all these weird Spreaker shows.
Oh yeah, George
Yeah, he
does.
does. Yeah, he
Actually,
does.
George Nori does listen to my show. I know that for a fact because I was told by some of the people that have been on Coast to Coast that they actually talk about me, but they know me because I used to be the #1 caller for Art Bell before he quit, so they know who I am.
Yeah.
And
wow.
Yeah, they know who I am, and I'm not sure I don't think they like me very much. Well, I used to prank call them.
Oh.
Yeah, I prank called them.
Not
King.
good.
Hi, Don.
Kings.
Don and Kinks are here.
Where have you guys been? Noticeably missing.
Yeah.
But the guests from the Coast to Coast, I found I didn't think they'd be interested in going on a show like mine. That's more like, we swear and stuff. But actually, that's why they do want to come on my show. They want to come on here so they can let loose and be themselves and show their more human side.
Yeah.
And get more personal. They want to. So that's awesome. That is awesome. So that's what we got coming up. And oh man, yeah, that's it. Everybody, check out my website, Monster Castle Monster Castle Interactive Radio.ca. There's Monster Castle Interactive Radio.ca. Check it out.
Worldwide, East Coast, West Coast, like you just go figure it out. Get there.
And radio.
Yeah, and definitely donate to my radio station so that we get better sound. Because it really sucks right now. I got shit equipment, and we really do. And we're getting good guests here, so I really do need some donations. If anybody could help out, it would be greatly appreciated. Seriously.
Okay, how much do you want? $1 million?
I'm trying to raise a couple thousand for a new computer because I really need it. I lost that one, and I need one with a more powerful graphics and sound card in it that can handle what I'm trying to fucking do. And it would we will get better sound, and everything will work a lot better. So that would really
So a
help.
couple of thousand, like 3,000 or 4,000.
Felix Eastman said, I do. Yes, Wolfman might get a heartbeat.
Right on, buddy. Thank you. And thank you, everybody, for coming out. We're going to end this with the Debbie Does Dallas theme, I think. Okay. Because we came in with Ron Jeremy, so we're going to end with porn music again. All right. See you next time. Maybe tomorrow night I'll have some results from the ghost hunt. Ontario. Live. Well, won't be live. I might be live. I don't know. If I can do some live footage, I will. I'll do what I can.
And I really
All right, let's start a live show with JP.
Wow. But that's
Hey,
cool.
Kings,
A real
I
life.
think what I'll do is I'll name this show King's Nuts.
Okay.
Yes.
JP, what
What?
the fuck are you doing, huh?
We're gonna start a live show right now.
King's Nuts.
King's Nuts.
Dude, shut the fuck up with that shit.
I don't think he likes the title.